Mic check, mic check. Y'all want to know about Nolan's phone, right? Let's talk about it. As a matter of fact, let's get Christine Wansley's accounts of exactly how everything played out on July 4th in regards to how she got that phone, since we're going to talk about it. We'll talk about that, but we also going to keep the main thing the main thing. We got a CETO phone call, certified and verified, that don't make things look right, don't make things sound right, don't make things feel right. And every time it comes up, they seem to squirm. So let's talk about that too. And while we at it, let's talk about where Nolan Throat Structures is at. And while we at it, yeah, needless to say, I got some things to say. Welcome to the Classic Codes. Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. But watching my story all winning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul. Oh no. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Got it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't have farted. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, Zoom call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gonna be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes, letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before I ever was balling. Started with hope before ever rewarded. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? The Classic Codes disclaimer. This live stream is for entertainment and commentary purposes only. All statements made are alleged, opinion-based, and part of a public discussion. We are content creators reacting to publicly available information, not journalists or legal professionals. Nothing stated should be interpreted as factual claims or assertions of wrongdoing. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to the Classic Codes.
You playing in our face like we stupid. That's what this is.
Classic. 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 I'm only gonna do this once. It's hard as hell trying to prove yourself to the world. When you gotta try to prove yourself to your own circle. My energy low, trying to find a way to reel it back. Reasons to lose, probably hide them where my feelings at. Raising the bar, no I don't know when no ceilings at. You see my locations, it was somewhere I was really at. No embellishments, my life is really lovely. I wear a lot of hats, I do a lot of juggling. Been broke, won't forget the feeling of it. Why you think I go so hard, running up the budget? Yeah, why you think I go so hard, doing what I'm loving? I'm black and I'm bougie, I need everyday luxury. 4 stars or better, I ain't making no exceptions. Work hard for my money, need the fruits of my blessings. Like I ain't doing no balcony unless that thing is tinted. Like I ain't riding passenger unless the whip is tinted. Protect me with your life like I'm a member of the Senate. I get it, we worth more dead or in prison. I get it, this ain't no damn country, it's a business. They all want you dead when you black and you terrific. Yeah, find me for a flood, cause I cannot stop this dripping. Share the keys to victory, but some of y'all don't listen. Racist in their feelings, like somebody gon' feel them. We should build a time machine and put a pistol to the pilgrims. I'm celebrating Nat Turner on Columbus Day. I'm going back to Africa, classic Boomaye. When I arrived inside this jungle, they said Mumble Bay. I'm a lion here to inspire lions to live their greatness. I'm the diamond here to inspire shining and underrated. Know your worth, know all your value. Suckers are underpay you. Take a stand, make your demands, respect you though they hate you. Build your team from ground up and they can never break you. Read your paperwork twice and they can never rape you. Long story short, you on the road to your breakthrough. Talk to these folk, man. Oh, yeah. Long story short, you on your road to your breakthrough. Long story short, you on the road to your breakthrough. Making music full time, I used to work for cable. You would've thought my brother was Kane, I used to act unable. I'ma grind until I die, till my family's stable. A lot of horses in my engine like I got a stable. I'm the one that screamed out classic, turned it to a staple. Now I'm 2 seconds away from signing to a label. Yeah, after that, it's my own label. Classic League is the entertainment. What you hate more, working hard or living basic? I got my mind on like 7 acres. The car I drive gon' be a freaking spaceship. A drop top that I can cruise the lake with. Boy, you grind like you refuse to make it. The squad you ride with, you really naked. You pick your beats like you refuse to make hits. Some of these DJs refuse to play hits. Key components if you really want it. Gotta show consistency so they can see you on it. Stack the tracks back to back like you living homeless. Grind like your life depended on it. I gave the grind, my life depending on it. All my chips on the table, I got nothing left. Rapping first thing in the morning, flow hot as morning breath. Trying to turn the corner, it feel like it ain't no corners left. Boy, it's more to life than praying twice and waiting on your death. Speak about it, think about it, wonder why it's on your step. Universal laws, that's exactly how you manifest. Manifestation gon' be the reason why my family says. Some days I think I'm trash, some days I'm where my Grammy at. Snatch it away from the presenter, ain't no one hand me that. Who I wanna think, I'm pointing where my family at. I mean every word.
It ain't even about being a real dude or a fake dude or a person. I'm me.
Classic. Yo, it's Classic with the Classic Codes, and I got a great live show for y'all, man. Welcome in. Everybody, chat 333. This is normally the best daytime show on all streaming platforms, but today we pulling up in the evening. So, for those who have this time slot, the big dog is here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the best chat on all streaming platforms, chat 333. You see them filing in with that numerology for you. If y'all don't know what 333 means, quick Google search on the angel number. Yeah, the angel numbers that get you situated. Miss Woods, what's going on? Rashad, what's going on? Bud, what's going on? Y'all did the roll call during the music. You know, it's a lot of us filing in here. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and share. That should add up to absolutely nothing. As far as finances are concerned, if they charge you, let me know.
There's a thing called counter sue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we could get that situated for you. But man, listen, I appreciate the chat, and I know y'all finna go crazy today. It looked like it's busting early, so we're gonna go super chats guaranteed. Everything else we're gonna throw up on the screen as we can. I gotta lock in on this, all right? So what I gotta get to first for y'all is I'm not gonna waste no time. We're gonna get into the Officer Tatum part 2, right? I did part 1. I did a thorough comb through of part 1. We're gonna try to do the same thing with part 2. Part 2 seems to be a reasonable amount of time, but then I have information that I have to get to after that reaction for you guys. I have information, right? So we're going to get to the information as well after the reaction. And we're going to keep the main thing. What's going on, LaShonda? All the ladies filing in. What's going on to the ladies? A special hello to the ladies. What's going on? And all the fellas that's filing in, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead, bark in the chat. Classic. You know what I mean? What's going on with it? We here. So without further ado, let me bring in the first topic for y'all. We're going into the boys, talk about the CETO call. We did do the disclaimer. We spoke about body language on part 1. We are going to see if anything has changed here with their dispositions as we go through this part 2. Now, I want to make y'all aware, I have not watched a ton of part 2. I've seen some of it, but not a ton of it. So a lot of this is going to be authentic. And because of that, there may be moments where I have to take it slow. We don't want to breeze through this because it's very, very important, right? And a quick question before I press play on the video. Why are they allowing these boys to talk so much? I made a video about were there adults involved. Please go back to my Missing in Mississippi playlist and find my video about were there adults involved. And I want you guys to get in the comments later on or tomorrow or whatever and let me know what y'all think about that. Because why are these boys talking so much? They're grown men, right? They're young adults. We're calling them boys because they've just entered into adulthood by American standards. But why are these young men talking so much? And who is their representation? What lawyers advise people to talk this much when there is said to be no evidence against them, right? So we got Boston in the building, Michigan in the building, Ocean Springs, Mississippi in the building. I know y'all here every time, no matter what side you're on. I know Ocean Springs being here every time. Shout out to the people sending them jewels through early. Appreciate y'all. Let's get into the footage.
So we have a dead body on the boat. I mean, why would we call the Coast Guard? You know, why would we do the things we did if we know we killed somebody?
You don't hear about the pool party because it was on June 27th. You don't hear about anything else that was mentioned. Thousands of lies. And now, the audio comes back. And all of a sudden we can hear Nolan yelling in the background, screaming, we're screaming about how he's dead. That's just a complete lie.
If you just murdered your best friend on an island, the dumbest thing you could do would be to call the Coast Guard.
What is your thoughts on that phone call to Cito? Some people have gone out and done enhancements to the audio, and in doing that, created a transcript manually. It doesn't appear that the transcript was derived from an automated system or have any, in my opinion, real integrity with it. What are your thoughts first, you guys, on the audio, and then I'll get to you, Ed.
Okay, so immediately in the door, officer or former officer. I mean, shit, once police, always police, unless it was a dishonorable discharge. So Officer Tatum doing an incredible job of leading with trying his best to discredit the Cito call. But you notice the language that he didn't use, right? He didn't call the Cito call fake. He didn't call the Cito call unverified. He didn't call the Cito call invalid. He didn't call the Cito call insignificant. He didn't call the Cito call a farce. He didn't call it AI generated. He also didn't allude to the an engineering work that was done by Janetta Brantley. Shout out to Janetta Brantley. He also didn't call the engineering work altering, right? He didn't call it altering. He called it enhancing. He's using all the right terminology, but at the same time trying to impress his bias onto the question. So the reason why he's not saying those words, I'm pointing that out to y'all for a reason. The reason why he's not saying those words is because he can't. He can't. The Cito call is a real thing. And I haven't seen their answers in full, but I promise you they're not going. I know in advance, I'm telling you guys, they're not about to say that call's not real or that it's false or that it didn't happen or that it was AI or made up or any of that. That's not what their answers are going to be because they can't say that. And the Cito call may be very well why they're doing all this scrambling right now, because the Cito call will bring about arrests. Let's move
it on. Could that be a defamatory area the way it was produced? So what do you guys think about that audio?
Well, I can go ahead and say that as you posted that clip of all of us on the boat, as it's rolling, not rolling, but right there sitting in the water, Wyatt's on the phone with Cito in that clip. I mean, he's on the phone. Wouldn't you think that you would have seen Nolan on the bottom on the floor or something, or scrambling around, or everybody in a small space on the boat looking at him or something? I mean,
So again, deflection, right? He asked a question. And this man immediately started not answering the question. And then, just like the thumbnail says today, answering questions with questions. Answer the question. Don't answer my question with questions. Answer the question. Just answer the question. He asked you about the call, and you start talking about the day. You start talking about logic. You start talking about practicality. You start talking about everything except for the call. Let's go back. We're going to take it slow. You know what it is with me when I get in a certain bag. You know what I mean? We gotta really put that fine tooth comb on it. You know what I'm saying? We can't just breeze over this. It's important, So let's bring them out. Classic. Inspector Classic has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it.
In that clip. I mean, he's on the phone.
Could that be a defamatory area, the way it was produced? So what do you guys think about that audio?
Well, I can go ahead and say that as you posted that clip of all of us on the boat.
What do you guys think about that audio? What do you guys think about that audio is the question, ladies and gentlemen. Let's stay focused. His response is the clip that you posted on the boat. Never mind the clip, Jax. Is that short for Jackson or is his name just Jax? J Money. That wasn't a question, gang. Didn't say nothing about a clip, picture, photo, none of that. He said, what do you think about the call? We're not going to get an answer, chat. Let's go.
You know, as it's rolling, not rolling, but right there sitting in the water. Wyatt's on the phone with Cito in that clip. I mean, he's on the phone. Wouldn't you think that you would have seen Nolan on the bottom of the...
I would think that I would see the scrambling happening that's in the call. If he's on the phone with Cito in that clip, I would think that clip looks much different. Where's the one? Why is the woman who said, oh my God, why is she calmly sitting somewhere on the boat? And she's covered up by the men conveniently, right? You don't get a clean look at any of the females. Let's go back to the clip, ladies and gentlemen. Do we get a clean look at any women? Let's go.
So what do you guys think about that audio?
Well, I can go ahead and say that as you posted that clip of all of us on the boat, you know.
Let's see here. Get a clean look at a woman.
As it's rolling, not rolling, but
woman bent over, blocked conveniently by a left leg. Another woman
right there sitting in the water,
conveniently blocked by him, right? You don't get a clean look at either of those women. Why is that? That's very convenient. It's convenient that while you're making the phone call and the boat is allegedly sinking, let's put all this together. Like I said, we could take it slow, right? So let's put all this together. This image is supposed to be while he's making the infamous Cito phone call, right? This is supposed to be while he's on the phone with Cito. Okay, convenient. While you're on the phone with Cito, you're telling us that your boat is actively sinking in 31 feet of water, is what you said on the dispatch call. The boat is sinking and we're in 17 feet. We're in 31 feet of water, unquote, is what you said. So if you're in 31 feet of water and you are actively sinking and the person or the main person or the captain of the other boat, damn it, Bart, captain of the other boat, was supposed to be aiding in trying to unsink your boat. He's currently sinking while he's on the phone. You guys don't look to be currently sinking. The kerfuffle going around in the background of the call, oh my God, and whatever the words are in the transcript that you guys are saying in the background, sounds like a lot of shuffling, scraping, scratching, and clawing and trying to stay alive and shit. Also in this image, on the Cito call, they asked you guys if you guys had an adequate amount of life vests. If the boat is actively sinking and you guys are uncertain at the moment if you're going to be able to unsink it, which is why you would be on said phone call, yes, right? Why isn't anyone in this image wearing a life vest? The boat is actively sinking in 31 feet of water. You're on the phone making an emergency call. You're currently uncertain as to whether or not this boat will go down. And no one on this boat has on a life jacket in 31 feet of water. No one, right? And conveniently, all the women's faces, any type of look at these women's faces is covered up by white ass cheeks. Any type of look at these women's faces is covered up by white ass cheeks. Everything about this is super convenient. While the captain of the other boat is supposed to be helping you save your boat, somebody on the other boat with, damn it, Bart, decided to take out their cell phone and do a moving picture, because this don't even look like a video. It looks like one of those moving pictures. You see what I'm saying? So everything about this is just highly convenient. Well, here's the thing too. While you guys were trying to get away with it or potentially trying to create alibi imagery, this is all alleged, right? While you guys were potentially trying to create alibi imagery to use for this very moment, there's something that pops up next to this gentleman here.
Wyatt's on the phone.
Yeah, this gentleman right here, if y'all can see my mouse on the screen, the gentleman here with no chest and no stomach, and the sunglasses and the hat on, Birdman right here. This gentleman here, there's something that's going to pop up right around where Officer Tatum conveniently placed his logo. There's something that's going to pop up right here. And this gentleman's head is going to glance down at it. He is going to glance down at it. As a matter of fact, I feel like putting this in slow motion just so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. Most of the people in this chat have already seen what I'm talking about, but I want you guys to look at it in slow motion. Let's put this on 0.5 speed.
Cito.
Oh, don't stop and zoom now. Show the moving shit again. Hold on. Let's do it. Yeah, you see that? 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 Hold on. You can't cover it up with the logo. Let's go slow.
As you posted that clip
We're gonna take it
of
here we go.
all of us on the.
Did I miss it again? Hold on, chat. We're gonna get that motherfucker. I promise you that. We're gonna take our time. I'm gonna take my time.
All of
right. So the something popped up right here just a second ago. Matter of fact, they trying to show that shit super fast because I got this on 0.5 speed and it's still going quick. Let me slow this shit down some more. Listen, guys, you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna do this. We're gonna figure this thing out. I don't care if I gotta put this shit on negative speed. We're gonna see what I'm trying to show y'all. Let me see here. Here we go. Listen, nice and slow.
As you post.
No need for him. No need for him. Let's focus on the image, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Now I got it paused. Let's go. They moving fast as fuck with this. Watch this. Hold on. Hold on. Right there. Y'all see? Right here. There is something that pops up as the boat is hovering. If y'all can see my mouse on the screen, hold on. Let me make this bigger. If y'all can see my mouse on the screen, hold on. Right here, this object right here, whatever this is right here. I want to point something out because I know a lot of people seen this already. Whatever this object is right here, this little thing right here, guys. If y'all can see my mouse 333 in the chat. If y'all can see my mouse, my cursor circling right here, this little thing right here, whatever this is, you have to answer for that. Whatever that is, you have to answer for that. And not only does it pop up and go down, but this gentleman right here, bird chest man right here, he's about to glance down at said object. Watch him. That's the part nobody's pointing out. This man is about to glance down at said object. They asked us a question. When they were answering the question with a question, they said, don't you think like if we had a dead body on the boat, people would be like around him, like looking at him or something? Like, don't you think? Well, if his leg or arm happened to pop up in this bitch, I think this guy right here with the bird chest might glance at it. I think so. So let's move another frame and watch him turn his head. Bow. He's turning his head. They're gonna try not to show it. Watch this. He's gonna look downward. Watch him. Look where he's looking. He's looking directly at where the pop-up was. And all I'm saying, I'm not saying what it is or what it ain't. I'm saying you have to answer for it. You guys put this image out, not me. He's looking directly. Am I reaching? Talk to me, chat. Am I reaching? He's looking down at where the pop-up just was. Am I tweaking? Talk to me, chat. Yeah, he looking right at where it was. Absolutely. And if you're gonna hide him anywhere, if there's a body on the boat, if there's a body on this boat right here, and you're gonna put him somewhere so you could take this alleged alibi image, where would you put him at? You would put him right up against. Hold on. Where would you put him? You would put him right here. You would put him right here, right up against this wall. this little wall right here of the boat, where the image, you see where this pop-up is? Y'all see it again? It's frozen right there. Look at God. Look at God just freezing it right where I need it. Look at this. Right here, where this little pop-up is, this is where you would put the body at. Because it's the least visible location to put somebody flat on the floor right here, up against this little wall, take a picture like ain't nobody else on this motherfucker. That's what you could do. But if this pops up right quick, this guy would probably be the one who glances like, oh, I think an elbow or arm or little foot or something. He might still be moving or something. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't know if Nolan was on the boat. We don't know what his condition is. We don't know if he's still fighting for it. We don't know. So you have to answer for everything. So thanks for the image. And if y'all don't come with no metadata, this shit ain't gonna be, submissible anyway or admissible anyway, right? If y'all don't come with no metadata, so we still don't even know if this image is any good. But if it is some good, it probably still works to your detriment. The Cito phone call working to your detriment, chat. Cito phone call, the little alibi call, working to your detriment. This little fake alibi image, working to your detriment. These interviews with Officer Tatum, working to your detriment. Yeah. And then Inspector Classic, if you done something wrong, working to your detriment. Yeah. Come on, let's go. Look at him glance down, chat. Look at him. Look at him, chat. I'm not reaching. He looking right down at where the pop-up just was. So answer for the pop-up. Answer for the pop-up. That's what's got to happen. It ain't no way around it. You got to answer for that. What the chat talking about? No one said Nolan was yelling in the background. Warren just slipped up and told on himself. Yeah, I did see it in the comments though. I ain't gonna lie. Some people in the comments was like, you could hear him gasping for air is what they were saying. No, you're right. Nobody said yelling. Some people said they could hear him like breathing or struggling or something. Why isn't Crump using the Cito audio? He absolutely is. The Cito audio has been by attorney Benjamin Crump. You got to LaShondra. I would suggest go to my playlist after this live stream. Go to my playlist, Missing in Mississippi, and all things Nolan Wells to get you right from the beginning of us covering it all the way through. As we get more information and debunking and bunking and all that, you can go get all the way situated. Miss Woods, thank you for the 5 jewels. I'm trying to see what y'all talking about real quick before we resume. The gift strategist said, why not ask them what is being said in the background to debunk what people are hearing? He's not gonna put no pressure on these boys. He with them. Rashad said 100. Yeah. When we started, we here. Let me see. It moved me up. Hold on. I'm trying to go back down to where y'all at currently. Yeah, Miss Wood said foot pawn neck. Man, makes sense. Yeah. Salute and respect. Yeah, we gonna go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Yes, they jumped Nolan on the boat. Is he standing on the back of his neck? Who knows, right? Who knows? It's the arm or the foot. Can you zoom in on that image? I can't. Or maybe I can, but don't know how to. But we gonna move past it. I think that the points that need to be made on this have been made. We got a lot to get to. Let's work. Hold on, let me
right there sitting in the water. Wyatt's on the phone with Cito in that clip.
Hey, ain't it convenient though that the women so covered up? Let's not let that go. Because we heard a female voice on that audio clear as day, right? Let's focus on the parts. I've been on some shit where I'm focusing on the parts of the audio that can't nobody argue with. Because the Cito audio will get people arrested as is. I played the original audio last week and told y'all this audio is good enough. I'll be releasing that segment later today. But the original audio, with the hold music at the beginning of the call and everything, the original audio, all the words said by the caller, the dispatcher, and the captain is enough to bring about arrest, chat. You don't even, all the background stuff from the enhancement that you guys are able to hear, all of that just make it worse. But even without that, it's enough for arrest. The Cito call will prove to be pivotal in this situation. And this visual here, it brings about more questions. You have to answer for that little thing that pops up right there, because either you're going to debunk this image yourself, or you're going to have to answer for the image. Who are those women on the boat? Why are they conveniently covered up by white butt cheeks? And what's that little arm, foot, elbow looking thing that pops up right there that Birdman chest here looks down at? All those questions need to be answered. And you're going to have to answer them under oath. That's how that goes if we find that something was wrong. Because once we get them throat structures, I think we'll have more information. Where's Nolan's throat? Let's continue.
He's on the phone. Wouldn't you think that you would have seen Nolan on the bottom of on the floor or something? Or
well, I think we might have, Jax. We might have seen him on the floor, Jax. Look how you looking at the floor right now. We might have. He just asked us a question, right? I'm answering. He said, don't you think you would have seen him on the floor or something? I know about 100 people in this chat think they just seen him. I know 100 people in the chat think they just saw him. I got my vest on today, chat. I'm ready for whatever with these motherfuckers. Let's go.
Scrambling around, or everybody in a small space on the boat looking at him or something. I mean, it's just so crazy to think that. Why would we call Cito if we have a dead body on the boat? I mean, why would we call the Coast Guard? Why would
the answer is for an alibi. I'm answering, since he's answering questions with questions, we're going to answer his questions. Why would we call Cito if we have a dead body on the boat? Why aren't you making any eye contact with Officer Tatum? I have questions for you too. Why aren't you making any eye contact with Officer Brandon Tatum? Tatum's looking straight at you and you're looking straight at the ground. Everybody's looking at you actually, and you looking at nothing at all. It's not promising. What I'm saying is do you make the phone call to Cito for an alibi? And you said why would we call the Coast Guard? Well, they asked you if you needed the Coast Guard, and the drunk caller said, the alleged drunk caller immediately sobered the fuck up, didn't he? Y'all need the Coast Guard? Hell no. No, do not listen. Don't send the Coast Guard. Don't send the. We don't need the Coast Guard. Matter of fact, my granddaddy on the phone with the captain that you finna talk to. My granddad on the phone with the captain that you about to call to come save us, telling him not to come save us. So please do not send the Coast Guard. Do not. If you send anybody, not the Coast Guard. While I'm on the phone with you, Miss what was her name? Vicky. The dispatcher name was Vicky. Miss Vicky, you don't need to send the Coast Guard. Because my granddaddy on the phone with Captain Seth, the one that you finna call to come save us, he on the phone with Seth right now while I'm talking to you, Miss Vicky, telling Seth, don't come. So it's safe to say that we don't need no Coast Guard. Because for real, we don't even need y'all.
Classic.
So for damn sure don't send the Coast Guard, because for real, we don't even need y'all. This kind of a cover-up call. Vicky, you ain't hear me at the beginning. I said we have a membership.
Classic.
All alleged for content creation purposes and entertainment. Let's move.
We do the things we did if we know we killed somebody. And then another following up on that is, why aren't we in jail yet? I mean, we're not geniuses.
You're white in Mississippi. I got answers for all of his questions. Why aren't we in jail yet? We're not geniuses. Did the people that did Emmett Till dirty go to jail?
Classic.
No, round your parts. Did the people that did Emmett Till like that, did they go to jail? You talking about why you ain't in jail yet? You white in Mississippi. And the person that you did it to, allegedly, the person that y'all did that to, allegedly, he black. So yeah, that's why y'all ain't in jail yet. You white in Mississippi. Yo sheriff, we know about him. He graduated from the Fed school up there at Quantico. We know about him. So he with them people. So yeah. His name led better, and he ain't led worse.
Classic.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why you're not in jail. Because his name led better, and he ain't led worse. Fuck you talking about? Come on, man. We know what's going on. Let's move.
There's no way we could have done a murder. I mean, there's
How the fuck not? Why not? Well, why not? Why couldn't you have done a murder? There are women who kill men. Lorena Bobbitt cut a man's man parts off completely. Why can't y'all do nothing to Nolan? It's about 7 of y'all on the boat. Like 7 is what he told us. He told us it was like 7 on the boat. So why can't y'all pull it off? And a couple of y'all I heard was trained in some martial arts. Is that true or false?
Classic.
See, this is why we need a rest, so we can ask these pressing questions. Anybody on that boat trained in any MMA, any jiu-jitsu, any of that? Anybody that could put Nolan in a you feel me and squeeze him up real good? Anybody know how to do that? Because where are the throat structures? Yeah. I didn't go live and talk about Nolan yesterday, so it's safe to say today that it's real pressure, chat. It's real pressure. Yeah. I'm going, and for those that are getting irritated that I'm pausing so much, I'm gonna keep pausing this shit. Y'all here to hear me talk about this shit. If you want to watch the video straight through, go to Officer Tatum and give his ass some viewership. If that's what you want to do with your life. The last time I checked, it's the codes, baby. It's the codes, baby. Let's go.
The way we could have covered it up, especially out there with that many people. Go ahead.
I think, especially about the Cito call, I think people, regardless of who it is going to believe what they want to hear. I think half these people, or not half these people, but some of these people you can't convince, regardless. They're going to believe what they want to believe. If they want to believe that my friends and I had something to do with Nolan dying, then they're going to believe that regardless of what you put out. But you put out, Brandon, that a clip.
Why all of a sudden he can't breathe? He's swallowing spit and shit. Let's watch this dude again. He takes a deep breath before he starts lying and shit, allegedly. Watch this.
regardless, they're going to believe what they want to
Hold on,
believe.
let's go back a little
If they want to
further.
believe that my friends,
There's no way we could have done a murder. I mean, there's no way we could have covered it up, especially out
Why
there.
you even using the word murder? Ain't nobody brought murder up. Why you even bringing murder up? Who has said anything about a murder, chat? Have I even said murdered who?
Classic.
Who? I haven't even said anything about anything homicidal or murderous. Why is this gentleman saying the M word? Why is he bringing that up? Did Officer Tatum bring that up? Nobody brought up any type of a rum red. Nobody brought that up, chat. Nobody brought up a red rum. Nobody did. But this guy goes straight into it. And he's using the word. I mean, this guy, he's bold with it. Oh, we got hella jewels flying through. Super chats. Let me get caught up, chat. We got 440 jewels coming in from who we got? F&E Global. What's happening? We got 10 jewels coming in from, what is it? I'm finna tear this up. Hanifa Soul. Okay, I'm close as I can get. Let me see. And she double and triple tap. Appreciate you. Quadruple tap. Appreciate you. Sending them jewels through Juice. What's going on? Okay. Appreciate you. Oh, she going crazy with the jewels. You got jewels saved up for your boy. Gratitude. Much love. Let me see. Let's see. Michael said, you are retarded. He said, yes, they did. Yes, they did what? Michael, you got Michael. Moderators, watch Michael. If he meant, I don't know if he's joking or if he's trying to actually call me that, but if he's actually calling me that, just make sure that he's blocked. First one to get to it gets to pick a song. You know what I'm saying? First one to get to it gets to pick a song. We ain't got time for you, bruh.
Yo, turn the car around. Give me the what?
Let's go.
With that many people. Go ahead.
I think, especially about the Cito call, I think people, regardless of who it is going to believe what they want to hear. I think half these people, or not half these people, but some of these people you can't convince. Regardless, they're going to believe what they want to believe. If they want to believe that my friends and I had something to do with Nolan dying, then they're going to believe that regardless of what you put out. But you put out, Brandon, that a clip of the boat when Wyatt was on the phone with Cito, and it is boldly clear that Nolan was not on the boat with us. You can literally almost see down to the deck. And as you can see in that picture, everybody is
Nancy Grace type stops. He said you could literally what?
You can literally almost see down to the deck.
You can literally almost see down to the deck. But can we see down to the deck? Yes or no? Well, no, but it's close. No. Can we see down to the deck? Yes or no? Anybody see the floor of that boat on the other side of the lip of that wall right there, chat? Was anybody able to see the deck of that boat where Bird Chest was standing at? Was anybody able to see the floor of that boat in this image? No, right? It is visually impossible to see the floor of that boat in that image. Right there where the lip is, where Bird Chest is standing, we can't see Birdman's feet. So how you think we can see the floor of the boat? We don't even see past his fucking shins. So how you think we can see the floor of the boat? You know what I mean? It like they just talking out the side of their neck. You can almost see down to the deck, but you can't though. Almost don't count. Especially when we talking about somebody being dead.
You playing in our face like we stupid. That's what this is.
Lashandra, email me that. You said they just released Nolan deleted videos and photos. Where? TikTok, Instagram, where they send it at? Hit me on Instagram at the Classic Codes. Hit me on Instagram. Send it to me, please, if you have it, please. Paul said because they video it, they delete it after, so they need to check their phones. I hear you with the conspiracies. We're gonna find out if it's true or not, though. Yeah, he said, yeah, if they say you kill someone, that is murder. Right. Who said that, though? Michael Evans. Who said that he killed someone? Who said that they killed someone? I haven't even heard that language being used. I've heard people saying, we think somebody did something to Nolan. Or we hear people saying, I think that those boys did something to Nolan. Or I think that those boys know exactly what happened to Nolan. Who's been using the M word? Who's been using the red rum term? Nobody's been saying that. This dude flat out just come out. I mean, there's no way we could have did a murder, bro. Who called you guys murderers? There's been people who have even said they think it's been a friendly tussle gone too far, or maybe a tussle turned incident, or a slip and fall turned cover. Like, there's people who are giving all types of benefit of the doubt. And this dude just flat out started using the M word. It's suspicious to me. It is. It is. Appreciate y'all, chat. That's as much as I could do. Let's move.
And as you can see in that picture, everybody is completely casual while Wyatt's on the phone with Cito. Yeah, we were scrambling around trying to get the boat fixed, but the guys were, in the video, you can see me, I'm sitting on the bow.
No, what you're doing is covering up that lady's face is what you're doing. You're covering up the woman's face behind you. Warren, who's the woman behind you? And who is the other lady being covered up by the thigh meat of your white friend?
Classic.
Who are they? And I'm gonna tell you right now, striped dress don't look like no teenager. Striped dress sitting behind him don't look like no teenager.
If there was someone dying on the boat, why would everybody just be sitting there waiting to either get towed in or in the first place, like Jack said, why would Wyatt call Cito? It's crazy. The reason we turned down Coast Guard is, why would we call Coast Guard if Cito could pull us in? But we fixed the boat and we ran into Fort Bayou, and that's it.
No. Stop right there. Why would we take the Coast Guard if Cito could tow us in and we fixed the boat and ran into Fort Bayou? That's it. No. While you're on the phone calling for help with Cito, Granddaddy was simultaneously on the phone saying y'all don't need help. Same time. The dispatcher said, hold on. I'm going to tap in with Captain Seth. Hey, Captain, this the situation, this the boat, these the kids. He said, I literally just got off the phone. I just got off the phone with him. And then he said it a third time, like I just got off the phone with him. Simultaneously, while y'all are saying on the phone, I am sinking, your granddad is on the phone with the captain saying, do not save them. Don't go out there. We don't need you. We'll let you know. We'll keep you posted. Simultaneously, while you're calling for help. That points to an alibi phone call, if nothing else does.
Classic.
This image points to an alibi image. If you have the wherewithal to make an alibi phone call, why wouldn't we take an alibi video / photo? If we are currently in the mind state of trying to get away with something, and an alibi phone call is one of our bright fucking ideas, why wouldn't a photo or video image of us all on this boat, devoid of Nolan's presence, apparently, as well?
Classic.
Why wouldn't I? Since we answering questions with questions, let's go.
Cito call was completely enhanced, and these people just want to believe what they want to hear.
It was completely enhanced, not altered, enhanced. That means that the things that we heard already, because on the original call, the original Cito call went viral. The one with the hold music on it went viral because people heard stuff in the background on the original. That's what made Janetta Brantley say, let me enhance this to make it easier to hear the things that people think that they hear. And when she enhanced it, it made it more clear that people heard what they thought they heard. So what y'all lawyers is going to have to do is their job. Yeah, your lawyer going to have to do his job. He going to have to do his job. You going to have to spend, if y'all did something to Nolan, where's Nolan's throat? Can we get the throat structures, please? Because if they did something to Nolan, the lawyer's going to have to use every penny of the fucking retainer. That's just, yeah. You're going to have to call Cox, Allen, Warner, whoever the fuck. You're going to have to call a lot more people than Cox to get this
Classic.
done. That's what's going on around here. Because if you had the wherewithal to make an alibi phone call, why not make a video too? Why not make a picture too? Scoot his ass up against that wall real quick. Take the picture holding this shit simple now. This shit simple. It's females that do selfies with great angles. This shit simple. If I'm across the way in another boat, right? And y'all allegedly have a body on the boat up against the wall of the boat that is closest to me. All I have to do is take this image with my camera slightly angled upward. Slightly, ever so slightly angled upward. And we would never see anything that is on the deck of the boat. That's why we don't see bird chest feet. We don't see bird chest feet. We can't see his feet because we can't see the floor. If we can't see the floor, we can't see if there's a body on that motherfucker or not. Classic. And if you're taking the image, if you're taking the alibi image while he's making the alibi phone call, well, that would make a lot of sense. It's alibi time. You call Cito. You take the video to make it look like Nolan ain't on here while he calls Cito. That way we could tell they ass Nolan wasn't even on the boat with us, and we got the pictures, the videos to prove it. And Wyatt was on the phone at the time, and y'all heard the phone call. But what you didn't know is y'all was talking too loud in the background. And what you didn't know is Grandpa should have waited 5 minutes before he called Captain Seth to tell him not to go out there. Or he should have waited till Captain Seth potentially reached out to him. But by him calling simultaneously to call off the help that you're asking for. Think about this. I'm on the phone with 911 calling for an emergency. Before I called 911 for an emergency, I called my mama and I told my mama I had an emergency. While I'm calling 911 to get help for my emergency, my mama is also on the phone with 911 saying the emergency that he's calling about, don't go help him, simultaneously. So either my mama want me to die, she want my boat to sink, right? Or the phone call was never for help in the first place. Classic. What you'll have to do is answer for that in the court of law, potentially, because where is Nolan's throat? We gonna keep the main thing. Since we all answering questions with questions, where's Nolan's throat? Let's go.
And that's exactly what they're doing. So it's just crazy to me that people have tried to twist this and twist the audio. When we came out with the first interview, it debunked half these lies. And now you don't hear about any of it.
Twist the fact that Grandpa was on the phone simultaneously telling them not to go save y'all sinking asses. To our knowledge on that, to y'all knowledge on the phone, y'all was in the act of sinking. You said, I want this boat unsunk and towed in is what you told the lady. And Grandpa saying, don't go help they motherfucking ass. Same time. I want the phone call with Grandpa. And if Grandpa called Captain Seth on a cell phone, that's a bigger problem. Because what's really going on? So where's the phone call of Grandpa and Captain Seth? Was that on a monitored line or was it on a personal line? I just got questions. Because Captain Seth on that motherfucker sounded confused. Well, what? Do you still got him on the phone? Because he just, I just got off the phone with him. Is what he said.
About the pool party because it was on June 27th. You don't hear about anything else that was mentioned. Thousands of lies. And now, the audio comes back and all of a sudden we can hear Nolan yelling in the background, screaming, we're screaming about how he's dead. That's just a complete lie. And it's another lie to push this narrative that people don't want to turn down. It's insane to me.
Sorry to interrupt. I know you're enjoying this incredible interview. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and also join our membership program.
We're not on that with you, Tatum. We ain't on that with you.
I want to give you, a 30-second opportunity to say what you would want to say to people regarding what you were saying on lies that have been told about you. And I can start here and we'll go all the way down to and with you, Ed. But Morgan, if you had an opportunity to have this projected to everybody in the United States of America, many people who have made statements about you and about what occurred that day, what would you say to them? Just a 30-second, this is what you would want to convey.
First I would say that, it's proven in evidence that they're all lies. I think that most of these people are just going.
No. Nothing's proven. He just lied to us in our faces. Chat, did he just lie to us in our faces? Dump the threes in the chat. 333 if he just lied to us in our faces. What's proven in evidence? Did you guys prove that? Has it been proven that Nolan had accidentally drowned? Has it been proven by an autopsy by anybody that Nolan accidentally drowned? Is it conclusive that Nolan accidentally drowned? Has the independent autopsy examiner, pathologist, Dr. Mitchell, been able to examine those missing throat structures yet so that we can get a good clean lens on those? The grand jury meeting certainly hasn't occurred yet, right? That hasn't happened yet. It hasn't even taken place yet. So there's no conclusion on how Nolan Wells died. You guys have been exonerated. Have you been proven guilty of anything yet? No, not yet. But have you been exonerated of all guilt? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You haven't. It's not proven an evidence of shit. Until shit go to the grand jury and the grand jury say no indictment and shit is over with. And then it's going to have to go to the federal level. And they're going to have to say it ain't worth talking about. But guess what? Y'all know that it's worth talking about because that's why y'all niggas is on interviews scraping, scratching, and clawing now. If y'all had so much evidence that y'all ain't do nothing, y'all would be tight-lipped, lip-zip, cooperating, and chilling. If y'all ain't do nothing wrong, y'all will be tight-lipped, lip-zip, cooperating, and chilling. But you're not. You're talking, you're squirming, you're glancing at each other, you're allegedly losing weight and shit. Y'all doing everything guilty people do. Doing everything guilty people do. But y'all don't want us to ask no questions. Well, why not?
You playing in our face like we stupid. That's what this is.
I say most of these people, a lot of these people that have posted stuff out there, they've just been lies backed by no evidence. And if I had one thing to say to them, I'd say, do your research before you go out saying something that's not true, that could hurt someone.
Prove it. Prove it's not true. What evidence do you have to show that Nolan Wells' cause of death was an accidental drowning? Let's go. Prove it. What evidence do these boys right here have that Nolan Wells' death was an accidental drowning? Because that evidence, that clear-cut evidence, and even verified by an independent source type of evidence, if that evidence can be verified by an independent source, that it appears by autopsy that Nolan Wells accidentally drowned. If that is what comes back, right? Then you can say that it's evidently true that we did nothing to him. It is not evidently true. That's why you guys are sitting next to a lawyer. If it was evidently true, you wouldn't be evidently having an attorney. Goof, true? What are we talking about? This shit can't be real, chat. Is this shit real?
You playing in our face like we stupid. That's what this is.
Just do your research. I mean, it's easy. All you have to do is just scroll like they do all day long and find the evidence that's right in front of their face. And I mean, it'll prove its own facts. I could say I would want to add on to that, do the proper research. Sort through all the lies. I mean, and a lot of these stuff, like you can just tell straight off the bat it's lies. And for one, it's defaming us. And for two, it makes you look like a dummy. I mean, like, you're just saying stuff, just pulling it out of who knows where, and you just look like an idiot on.
Oh, so you calling us idiots. So if they try to sue me for calling him a goof troop, we gonna sue back for him calling us idiots.
There's a thing called counter sue.
Mm-hmm. I just want to let y'all know I caught the insult.
On your phone, making this TikTok or whatever. Do your research, man. Like, if you can't simply do that, don't get on your phone and start making a video.
It's just kind of concerned me with like how people have the time of day to just make up complete lies out of something that they have no evidence of and to post on social media to put other people down. It's insane to me, like how like just people push this and want to make this a story that it's absolutely not. I don't know what happened to Nolan. My friends don't know what happened to Nolan. But for people to come around,
stop. You don't know what happened to Nolan. Your friends don't know what happened to Nolan. You looking down at the ground. That's first off. That's a problem. You start looking at the ground when you lying and shit. That's first off. That's a problem, right? That's a problem off rip. But secondly, the next sentence that you should be saying, if Nolan was really you guys' brother, he's my brother. We were brothers. He's my brother. I don't know his mother, but he's my brother. I don't know his father like that, but he's my brother. We used to pull up at his house all the time and pick him up, but we never left out the driveway or got out the car to go knock on the front door and say hi to Miss Christine and Elmore and then go ahead and get Nolan up out the house. We never went to the front door, but we used to pick him up all the time right out of his driveway, but he was my brother. But I don't know his parents for nothing, but he's my brother. So if he's your brother, the next thing after I don't know what happened to my brother should be I'm trying to find out. It's not what he said. It's not what he said. The next thing after I don't know what happened to my brother should be I'm trying to find out. That's what he should be saying. It's not what he's saying. And he's looking at the fucking floor. Let's go.
Oh, this happened for a fact, and I know this, and there's no telling me otherwise. Then that's just stupid. You have no, like, half these people that are saying all these crazy things on the internet, those lies have already been debunked. There's evidence supporting this is a lie. Like, why are you still saying this? Like, these people just have no idea what they're talking about, and it's very.
No, just give us Nolan's throat. Run the throat structures. We don't even care what you found. Pass them bitches over to pathologist Mitchell. We don't even care what you found. Send the throat structures. We ain't trying to hear none of that.
Remember this day.
Send the throat. Y'all want to disprove it for real? Send the throat. Send the throat. Send the metadata for that image y'all keep talking about. Because we didn't ask everybody for the metadata. My dog Trent Out Loud to ask TMZ for the metadata. He didn't ask Tatum for the metadata. Nancy Grace asked for the metadata. We can't get no metadata. So send the metadata. Send the throat. Let's get together and go through the phone. Like what we talking about. Let's wrap this thing up. That's your brother, right? Let's find out what happened to your brother. Because you didn't do shit. So let's find out what happened to your brother. Because I want to know where Nolan's throat is. And hey, for anybody that's getting irritated, I'm going to ask 157 more times before the live over. Where's Nolan's throat? Run them structures.
Clear, because a lot of these people just speak without thinking and post stuff without thinking. But at the end of the day, it just looks really stupid on their page and whatever they're posting on. But it's just sad. Like, people really take the time out of their day to post a bunch of BS lies on a bunch of 19 and 20-year-olds who have never done anything.
Hey, and we ain't got no proper examination of all the lung meat either. We need lung too. It's some things with the lungs that we want to take a greater look at too. So pathologist Mitchell need access to the throat and whatever it is about the lungs that he need. If he ain't get no lungs, he need to look at the lungs. If he only has some of the lungs, but he ain't have what he need about the lungs, give him what he need from the lungs. Anything else, the stomach contents, anything that was missing that y'all had y'all hands on, now that y'all have completed what y'all got going on, go ahead and surrender the rest of that over to pathologist Mitchell so we can go ahead and put this thing to bed. Because nobody did anything, right? Nobody did anything. Let's put this thing to bed. Go ahead and run the throat structures, run the pieces of the lungs we need, run anything from the stomach contents that we need. Let's collaborate on a good date and time to go through this phone together. Let's wrap this thing up. Nobody did anything. Let's wrap this thing up.
Remember this day.
Let's go ahead and rule it what it was, right? If it was an accidental drowning, let's go ahead and prove that. Let's give Christine and Elmore their piece. You know, it didn't sound right at first because Sheriff Ledworth, right? Sheriff Ledworth came out 12 minutes after finding Nolan talking about, and this is satire, right? I don't know if it was 12 minutes, but he came out 12 minutes after finding Nolan's body talking about no foul play. Motherfucker ain't looked at nothing. Hey, we found him face down. We found him face down on the beach. It don't look like nothing crazy. It don't look like nothing crazy, y'all. It don't look like nothing crazy. And you think we not gonna ask no questions? You outside your rabbit ass mind. Come on, man.
Oh, nigga, you know what's up. We kept the foul.
Anything to hurt anyone, and loved their friend. Like, I love that man more than anybody, and like so did all of my friends. And it's absolutely horrible that these people want to come on and push this narrative that we had something to do with this or we killed our best friend. It's just sick to me, Brandon. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, this might be too long, but I have a few things I need to add. First of all, with respect to Warren, if you just murdered your best friend on an island, the dumbest thing you could do would be to call the Coast Guard. To call a federal law enforcement agency.
Got his ass. This motherfucker been talking for exactly 4 seconds and then fucked up already. Let's go back.
Call a federal law enforcement agency and tell them, hey, can you guys go out and check out this island? And look for a federal law enforcement agency and tell them, hey, can you guys, if you just murdered your best friend on an island.
If you just did it, right? Because nobody was using that M word that they keep using. Nobody's been using that but these guys. I just want to point that out. But if you just did it.
The dumbest thing you could do would be to call the Coast Guard.
And when asked, do you need the Coast Guard? My man said, what did my man say when asked if you need the Coast Guard? No, don't send that. You don't need that. If you just did it, the dumbest thing you could do is call the Coast Guard. If it just happened on the boat and you on the phone with Cito and Cito asks you, do you need the Coast Guard? You're going to say, no, we don't need that. Absolutely not. We do not need the Coast Guard. That's not. Your best man on the Cito team will do. We don't need the Coast Guard. I'm only gonna do this once. Right? So he's talking about after the fact. Calling the Coast Guard to go look at the area. Well, we know you're not going to find anything in the area if allegedly we brought Nolan's body back to land and we got him put up somewhere while we figure out the play. Allegedly, if that's what's going on, we know they're not gonna find shit over there at Horn Island because he over here with us. He in the motherfucking, he in the back over there. We got him tucked off. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, if that's what's going on, then we know the Coast Guard ain't gonna find shit. So we gonna call him with confidence. Hey, our buddy's missing. It's 11 o'clock when you call. Talking about our buddy's missing. We need y'all to go out there and see what's going on. Y'all know they ain't gonna find shit if you know where he at. Allegedly, if you know where he at, you know they ain't gonna find shit, right? So this is all alleged. Let's go.
To call a federal law enforcement agency and tell them, hey, can you guys go out and check out this island and look for Nolan Wells? Well, that's exactly what Warren did. Warren called the Coast Guard. And that is one of many very compelling facts. He got back and he called the Coast Guard.
No. They left at 4:30. Boat by land got back to the residence of the owner at like 8-something p.m. Motherfucker called Coast Guard at 11-something. He didn't get back and just call the Coast Guard. His ass got back and ended up calling the Coast Guard. But he didn't just get back and call the Coast Guard. A motherfucker who just got back and immediately called the Coast Guard also wouldn't have left their homie without their phone. You know what I'm saying? Somebody with that level of wherewithal, they not leaving their homie with their phone. And they damn sure not leaving their homie without their phone with a female. They not doing that. Especially, and then they damn sure not leaving their homie without their phone on the island with a new female. I'm talking about ain't no friend doing that. But he got the wherewithal to come home and just immediately call the Coast Guard. And then look, gonna call Nolan mama, talking about, have you heard from Nolan? And y'all know y'all got his phone.
You playing in our face like we stupid. That's what this is.
Does that sound like a guilty man to you?
Yes.
All right, now these are all American young men, incredible young men. And they did a lot more than just that. I won't go through.
I mean, we heard they did a lot more than that, just that. We heard they was on hard rugs, allegedly. It has been alleged that these boys do that I'm talking about that get you off the ground. Classic. You hear me? It's been alleged. Now, I will say one of them definitely has the nose for it. I ain't gonna point to nobody at all. I wouldn't do that. One of them definitely got a nose of a person that, you know what I'm saying, partake in Pinocchio activities. It's been alleged. I would never say anybody's name or do anything like that, but it's been alleged that, you know what I'm saying, them boys like to get high.
Through all of it now, but they did a lot of heroic things after the fact, and they did the best they could, and they tried for their dear friend. All of their actions are the actions of innocent men, not guilty men. And again, they're categorically, completely, and totally innocent. All right, but that's not the end of it. I'll say this again. If you lied, you won't be able to hide. If you lied, you won't be able to hide. And you're going to be held accountable. And if you lied about these fine young men, these good Ocean Springs people.
Hey, listen, you just said it. If you lied, you won't be able to hide. If you lied, you won't be able to hide. If you lied, you will be held accountable. That's what he just said. That go for your boys. Classic. That go for your boys. If they lying, they won't be able to hide. If they're lying, they will be held accountable. Okay? Hey, listen. And if there's adults involved, we gonna figure y'all out too. It doesn't happen all the time, but these so-called powerful people, you know, it just depends on how powerful the powerful people are and who's above them. Because depending on how high up the ladder this go, they'll sacrifice one of you so-called powerful motherfuckers for some jail time too. The so-called powerful people, they get locked up sometimes too. Because there's somebody, they got a boss. There's somebody more powerful than them. And that shit ain't coming up to this level. So if one of y'all motherfuckers got to go do 20, then let's get this money. Classic. So listen, nobody's exempt from the account of, listen, foot, pun, neck. And I'm going to tell you again, for those out there in Mississippi that watch my streams and that potentially are suspects in this case, because I know y'all are watching everything, right? Y'all are watching everything. So for y'all, I'm talking to the boys now. Let me zoom in real quick. I'm talking to the boys now. Whichever of you boys that are watching this, that is getting close to cracking, I understand. I do. I understand. Guilty conscience is a thing. Being an accessory and not an actual person who committed anything, that gets heavy. You know, when you start looking at the amount of time that it's just an accessory, A person who would just happen to be there and didn't put his hands on anybody. Just an accessory. The amount of time that you get for staying silent and complicit when you know of a crime so heinous as a life being lost. Just the amount of time that will be looming over your head as you fight for your freedom in court as an accessory is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And I'm going to say it one more time and I'm going to continue to say it. The first one to squeal gets the best deal.
Classic.
We're not going to stop asking questions. That's a fact. Asking questions and alleging and also having a robust opinion is covered under the federal constitution. That is a fact. There is also no statute of limitation on murder. So if there was a murder committed, we can continue to look into this, in the words of my dog from Sandlot, forever. Forever. So what I'm saying is the walls are closing in. According to the way they holding them throat structures close to the chest, don't look like Mississippi gonna be able to simply say that this was an accidental drowning. Doesn't look like that, right? And then listen, probably the worst thing that could happen for y'all is if the Mississippi secret group of white people, the grand jury play wrong and don't do no indictment, and then this gets moved up to the federal level and you guys get tried outside of Mississippi. That might be the worst thing that could happen for y'all. First one to squeal gets the best deal. And that's real. Bars.
You're going to be held accountable. You're going to be sued. I tell you, there are going to be lawsuits.
Oh, God.
Because we have already identified some of the worst offenders.
Oh, God.
And it may have felt good for them in the moment, instant gratification, sugar high. They got their sugar high. But long after that sugar high wears off, they're going to find themselves in court. And it's going to be excruciatingly painful.
Oh, God. Ouch.
The only thing I can say about that.
Hey, what is he talking about? He act like, man, you know, content creators that's getting that money on these platforms, you know, motherfuckers had to start from the bottom. Now they're here,
Classic.
Right? Hey, it ain't a whole bunch of content creators that's doing they big one on these platforms. And shout out to all the content creators that's covering this shit, like, you know, to the utmost and all that, and doing a great job doing it. Shout out to all the ones that's doing a great job covering this. But listen, man, you act like motherfuckers don't know what it feel like to have some financial pressure or better yet, to even be broke. Motherfuckers been broke before. This America, bro. You talking about it's gonna be excruciatingly painful. Hey, 333 in the chat if you ever had some motherfucking syrup bread, or if you ever had straight peanut butter toast, or if you had to make a bologna sandwich. 333 in the chat if you struggled a little bit before. Hey, 333 in the chat if you know what it feel like to have your stomach just gnarl a little bit and it ain't too much in the refrigerator to remedy that shit at the moment. 333 in the chat if you come from some humble shit. Boy, you talking about some money, nigga? We don't give no fuck about money, nigga. Where's Nolan's throat, nigga? Come get the bread, nigga. Come get that shit. Come get the bread, nigga. Lawsuit for the throat structures, bitch.
Classic.
Lawsuit for the throat structures, nigga. We been broke before. Niggas ain't tripping about no motherfucking paper, nigga. Niggas ain't tripping about no paper. Niggas know how to go get some money. That's the thing about y'all printing that shit. We know how to go get some money. Niggas ain't never tripped about no fucking bread. You talking about we're going to sue you and it's going to be excruciating. Ooh, motherfucker. You know, nigga, you could sue, win the lawsuit. Now you got to figure out how you going to come get the shit. Niggas ain't setting up no payment plan with you
Classic.
bitches. Fuck you talking about. And listen, and as soon as you sue, nigga, and we open up that discovery because
there's a thing called counter sue.
About motherfuckers gonna dive balls deep in your business when we counter sue. So come tell me lick or something.
Remember this day. Remember this day.
We gonna dive balls deep in your business, boy. Counter sue. Let's get civilized in civil court. Motherfuckers finna dive neck deep off in your business. You better not sue nobody while this case open. I'm talking about niggas gonna run through your business like the thought up the block. Motherfuckers finna right. I'm talking about him. We finna what? What?
Remember this day. Remember this day.
Man, please do somebody a favor, folks.
It won't be quite as painful as what they did to Morgan, Jax, and Warren.
So Ed, I got one question for you, because the way you guys articulate the defamation, obviously, if someone
Chat, y'all funny as hell. Folks said sugar, butter, and rice. Oh God, cereal, no milk. Oh God, oh God. He said we got a big ass balls too. Hey, look. He said classic, cooking classic, keep it up, bro. You already know what it is. It's foot on my neck. I took a day off so I could get back all the way situated. I wear a size 13. We gonna put real pressure on.
Remember this day. Remember this day.
Let's go.
someone puts out online lies, knowingly and intentionally do them, knowing that they're lies, in part, that's a part of the defamation. But is the racial component, because when someone goes out and says things without evidence, projecting that this was a racial encounter, is that a part of this defamation, or does that not count as far as your tactics on defending them or defending their honor, I guess, in this situation?
Well, one thing that we're never going to do is we're never going to speculate, and we're never going to guess like some other folks who got their sugar highs and are sucking up all the oxygen in the room for now, and they'll have their day in court. But we can talk about what might motivate people. And I won't talk about any particular people because I am not inside their head right now. But I can tell you that racism for profit is a major factor here.
Look at who you talking to. Look at who you talking to.
Racism for profit, generating outrage for profit. In the end, it's all.
Man, look who you talking to. You talking about generating outrage. It's a dead black boy with no explanation. Fuck is you talking about? That's all the generation you need. If y'all ain't want to generate no motherfucking outrage, you should have made sure your brother came back home with y'all. Fuck is you talking about? Let's move.
All about money. And we don't even have to think about whether the racism that these people are talking about is real or fake or anything like that. It's racism for profit. And it's part of the motive. But when you have offenders who defame innocent young men, fine innocent young men, upstanding young men, it might be a constellation of motives. Profit, animus, stupidity, ignorance.
Hey, it's rumors coming straight out of Mississippi that your clients are not the all-Americans that you talking about. It's rumors coming straight out of Mississippi. I don't know if y'all think the United States of America is so big. Like, we got family all through Mississippi. Mississippi black as hell. Just not Ocean Springs, but Mississippi is black as hell. You think we don't know? We ain't gonna come on here and say we know, but you think we don't know? Man, we heard about your clients, bro. I ain't gonna say shit, but we just know we heard about your clients, folks. I'm gonna just leave it right there, Cox. We heard about your clients, folks, and you probably should do a little more research on these little motherfuckers too. I'm not gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say they did nothing. I ain't gonna call them nothing, chat. I'm gonna just say we heard about them. That's all. That's all. And it's noted. That's all. I ain't gonna put it out here on the platform. I'm gonna just say we heard. Allegedly, too. Yeah. Mississippi ain't, man, you know where we from? We from Chicago. Chicago might as well be a migration path from Mississippi. Everybody out here got family in Mississippi. You think we ain't, you know what I'm saying, put the call in?
Maybe they just don't like evidence. See, we really like evidence here. Tyler Cox really likes evidence. I really like evidence. Morgan, Jax, Warren, we really like evidence. And that's the difference between the other guys and us. And we have evidence. We have the receipts. We have the goods. And we're going to be presenting it in court. And I will say, once we present it in court, we're going to say, now you can't leave.
Do you think that the other side, because I've seen on the, through social media that there's a preparation of lawsuits against the boys. Is there merit, according to your knowledge in this space, is there merit to pursuing lawsuits against them?
I'm so glad you asked that question, because I can answer that question definitively and unequivocally. Anybody who sues Jax, Warren, or Morgan, they're going to end up paying our attorney's fees. Guaranteed. Any lawsuit, and I'm going to warn anyone right now, anybody who is thinking for 1 second about suing these fine young men, these good Ocean Springs people, you're going to pay their attorney's fees. You're going to lose. You're going to get annihilated. You're going to get crushed. You have nothing. And here's the beauty of it. We know you have nothing because we actually have the evidence. We know what happened. And I'll just say it like this. We have a pair of aces and you have 2-7 offsuit.
All right, we got what we need out of this. We got what we need out of this chat. We got more important shit to talk about than to listen to this motherfucker right here blow V8, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen the patience leaving my body listening to Cox. Come on, man. We not trying to hear that shit you talking about, gang. We not trying to hear that shit you talking about. Your ass got referred talking about. We asked you how you got involved with the case. You gonna tell Nancy Grace? Well, I don't really want to say. Just let's just say a friend of a friend. You sketchy as hell too. Allegedly. Fuck is you talking about? You sketchy as hell too. We don't know shit about you. I don't trust lawyers that don't wear ties, and I'm entitled to that. Yeah. You got on a tie-dye hoodie. We don't trust you. We don't know nothing about you. Yeah, no. Let's see. Big, what up? This gonna play out good in the end. They gonna be on. Oh God. Hey, I ain't gonna read that. Hey, 333, what's happening? We tired of him. Yeah, it's over with for Buddy. Hey, on the rewatch, let me know what y'all think about the boys talking about the Cito call. We got to get into some important information, so we got to move off of this, man. But jump in the comments on the rewatch and let me know what you think, man. Let's move. All right, let me see if we got anything super going on. Did I miss anything super? We got a lot of jewels and gems and jewels. Appreciate you, Cherto. Appreciate you, Mac and Thomas. Appreciate you, or Macon. Is it Macon or Mackin? Mackin the most. Got you. Odetta White. Appreciate you. Who else? Hannify Soul. You've been going crazy. Appreciate you. Black Oak. What's happening with it? Ms. Washington. What's happening with it? Juice. What's happening with it? New Day, what's going on? Appreciate it. Gratitude. Purple shirt though. Appreciate y'all for the jewels. Gratitude. Let's move, chat. Let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna get into Miss Wansley, Christine Wansley, giving her full recollection of the actual cell phone before we get into the information about the cell phone. So there's a lot of people who don't fully understand how things played out in regards to how Miss Wansley and Elmore Wansley acquired their son's phone. And they don't know exactly the order of how things went. And so we actually have Christine Wansley, right? So straight from, for lack of a better term, we do have a better term, straight from the source's mouth. We are going to listen to Miss Wansley speak on the night of July 4th as it pertains to Nolan's cell phone.
We really didn't have anything planned for the 4th. So me and my sister are, cleaning up, and this is about 8. And she's like, hey, Nolan hasn't texted us. And that was the thing. Nolan was really big with communication with us, right? And so I call him, doesn't answer. I end the call, call back. And this is probably, I think, maybe around 8. Don't quote me on the times, guys. Mm-hmm. So then I call again later around 8, still no answer. And then I want to say I called one more time, and I think that was at 10:48. So I'm in the kitchen.
I'm gonna respond. I'm only gonna do this once. I'm only gonna address this one time. Just one time, and then you'll be lucky if I don't. I probably won't block you, but I'm only gonna say this one time. If you keep tweaking, then you know how it's gonna go. But
I'm only gonna do this once.
He said this is not helping Nolan's case at all. Listen to me. Christine Wansley has said thank you to the content creators out of her own mouth and has asked us to keep going. Classic. Elmore Wansley has thanked the content creators out of his own mouth and asked us to keep going. Classic. Attorney Benjamin Crump has thanked the content creators out of his own mouth and asked us to keep going. Classic. We got orders to follow. You ain't with the shit, go do something better with your time. Go do something better with your time. Your presence here is optional. We got marching orders. Keep going were the orders. You, the cock hat lawyer who trying to violate our First Amendment rights, yeah, because it's a thing called countersue. Yeah, him, Yeah, they know who to go after. They know who playing inbounds. That's why I ain't worried about saying what I'm saying. Because he come after me, he don't got no legs to stand on. I haven't defamed shit. But I know I know how lawsuits work though. And we gonna get that shit figured out. So I'm not worried about shit getting sent my way. However, we have orders to keep going. So while you think we not helping, the people that you think we not helping are telling us that we're helping. You are a part of the problem. We know what side you on. It's been made clear. Michael Evans, 3135. So I hope you enjoyed your stay here. And in the words of the immortal Martin, get the stepping. You blocked. You blocked. That's it. Let him be an example. Let him be an example. Anybody else wanna come through here talking crazy, talking against what we working on? While you worried about me not helping, where's Nolan's throat? Ask Mississippi, where's Nolan's throat? Since I'm not helping, where's Nolan's throat?
Classic.
Can we get the throat structures, please? And can we get a good time and date together to go through the forensics on this phone as a team? Because we all have the same mission here, which is to find out the truth, because the truth is exoneratory to all of the boys, right? The boys have done nothing. So the truth is exonerating to all of the boys, right? So we all have the same mission here. Our mission here, Mississippi's mission, is to find the truth, because Mississippi believes that those boys haven't done a thing, right? So they should be looking for the truth, because the truth makes all of this go away, because nobody did anything. And Christine and Elmore simply just want answers. They want to know the truth. So we have the same mission, right? So getting together and collaborating on getting the information out of the phone as a collective should be no problem, right? Let us continue.
My phone rings now. This is probably like early 11 o'clock. Don't quote me on the times, guys. So then I call again later around 8, still no answer. And then I want to say I called one more time, and I think that was at like 10:48. So I'm in the kitchen. My phone rings now. This is probably like early 11 o'clock, somewhere around there. Phone rings when I make it back to the phone, and I'm like, whose number is this? We really didn't have any.
She said, whose number is this? Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one.
Because at that point, you're telling me, this is coming from Warren, don't worry about it. We're going to find him. It's going to be okay. 360 says that he's on land. And he was like, well, no, I mean, we have his phone. And I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, okay.
Understand what she just said. Around 11 something, Warren started reaching out. She don't know who number it is. He calls again. She answers. They on the phone. Right? He asked her, has she heard from Nolan, knowing that they have his phone? You have to answer for that. You call his mother and ask her, has she heard from him, and you know you have his mobile device? You have to answer for that. She searches her Life 360. Here's the issue, though. Excuse me. Searches Life 360, apparently while on the phone with him, and it shows that the phone is on land. When she makes it known to Warren, that she has tracked the phone and that the phone shows that it's in a whatever location, Warren then lets her know, well, yeah, we have the phone. Warren talks on Officer Tatum. He talks like he called her and just volunteered the information that they had the phone. She had to draw that out of him. If she never says Life 360 shows that his phone is on land or I'm tracking his phone, if she never says that, does he ever make mention of them having the phone? It's a question. We don't know. We'll never know. But if she never brings up the fact that she's able to track that phone, does he ever mention that they have it, chat? Fair question. We'll never know, but it's a question.
Because at that point, you're telling me, this is coming from Warren, don't worry about it. We're going to find him. It's going to be okay. Don't tell me not to worry. This is my child.
Yeah, just like that. Classic. Just like that. Don't tell a mother not to worry about her child. That's crazy. The nastiest of work. Yeah, he talking about don't worry. It's going to be okay. We're going to find him. How do you know he's missing? Don't worry, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna find them. I mean, that's missing persons language. Is that not missing persons language? He's not saying don't worry, like, you know, we left him back on the island. He wanted to stay with a girl. We trying to get her number now to see if he with her, or you know what I'm saying, what his next move was. We probably be able to find out what boat he got on or who he rode back with. Don't even trip. It's probably something small, but you know, we gonna look too. Like we gonna call around or whatever. I'll hit you right back. Like that's he talking about. Don't worry, we're gonna find him. Like what? Like, hey, listen, G, what's to it? Why you using that language? Then when Elmore went to go get the car keys, motherfucker said Nolan was his friend, and this before they found Nolan's body. Talking about Nolan was his friend. What you mean he was? Wait, what you mean he was? At that point in time, we didn't know Nolan to be dead. We didn't know him to be dead. Why is you telling me Nolan was your friend?
Classic.
Yeah, you got to answer for all that. Let's go.
My flesh and blood that I brought into this world, and you're telling me not to worry. Absolutely not. So then it was after the phone call ended, of course, asking him for information. What was he wearing? He was like, last seen, Northwest tip, black shorts, sunglasses. That's important. Before getting off the phone with Warren, he was like,
black shorts. The shorts we saw in that picture was kind of blue, right, chat? Interesting.
hey, I know some people at Coast Guard. I said, okay. He's like, I'm gonna call Coast Guard.
That's a red flag. Warren told her he knows people at the Coast Guard. So if they are perhaps participating in some level of a cover-up, his relationship with people at the Coast Guard could aid in such a thing, allegedly. And, you know, it's possible, right? If Warren told her, I know some people at the Coast Guard, that's a red flag. Because is it the people that you know at the Coast Guard, is this the same people? Is this the same people that said that y'all didn't call and then double back and said that y'all did call? You talking about that Coast Guard, right? So you just, Warren just implicated some people at the Coast Guard. This turns criminal. It's some motherfuckers at the Coast Guard that got to get brought in handcuffs too. Yeah. We just want to talk to you because at first you said they didn't call. Then you double back and said they did call. So I just need you to come with us. Come with us where? Down to the station. Down to the station. We got to talk to you at the Coast Guard too. I need to talk to Vicky at dispatch. I need to talk to Seth from CETO. I need to talk to the Coast Guard. I need the phone calls from the Coast Guard because I know them shit's recorded. I need them phone calls from the Coast Guard, the one that you said didn't happen. So the phantom call, I need the phantom call, and I need the real call. Whichever calls was made to the Coast Guard, we need that audio too. All that shit recorded. And if it ain't recorded, was y'all talking on the cell phone? Because again, you said that you know people at the Coast Guard. So did you call them on the cell phone or did you call them on a monitored line? Because that you can't do Coast Guard business off the cell phone. I don't know if there's some legalities associated with that. That sounds like some maritime violations or something. We would have to do some due diligence on the legalities behind, you know, making a cell phone call to the Coast Guard about some official business. We have to worry about that later. But if that wasn't the case, if you called on the official line, then the call should be recorded. So we need to hear the Coast Guard call because at first it didn't happen and then it did happen. And then we're learning here today that Warren told her he has relationships at the Coast Guard. Keep talking. Keep talking. You just implicating all your friends. Hey, listen, first one to squeal, get the deal. You implicating all your friends. Coast Guard people, if y'all watching this, y'all just got implicated. Warren said that he know people at the Coast Guard. This shit turned criminal. We gonna look into y'all to being part of a cover-up. Just letting you know, you got to fight for your freedom. So y'all need to go get some motherfucking lawyers too, Coast Guarders. Yeah, this on. Hey, listen, bro. Any and everybody that's involved with the umbrella of a potential cover-up, if there is one being done, any and all of you motherfuckers gonna have to fight for your freedom inside of the court of law. That's how that's going. If it comes out that you motherfuckers did some, you know of some foul play in any capacity, and you played a role in that information not being transparently given out to the proper people in law enforcement, as well as to the public as well, right? To diffuse and to de-escalate some of the civil unrest that's going on nationwide at this point. If you have that information and you not giving that up, you are also going to be implicated. You are aiding in the cover-up. So yeah, so Warren, ever since Warren started talking, his ass been dry snitching. He started on July 4th. That's what we learning. His ass started dry snitching on July 4th. You got relationships at the Coast Guard?
I'm only gonna do this once.
I don't think nobody caught that but me. Warren told her he got, hold on, did I hear this shit right, chat? I know I'm not tweaking, folks.
Before getting off the phone with Warren, he was like, hey, I know some people at Coast Guard.
Let that marinate in your spirit. You know some people at Coast Guard. You talking about the Coast Guard that was going out looking for the body? You know people at the Coast Guard that was looking for the body? My wheels is turning like a motherfucker, chat. I ain't gonna lie. This shit get wicked.
Classic.
His mom said she was there too. Cajun Navy switched up their representative immediately after they came forward claiming to remember Warren's call too. The first person to squeal gets the deal. It's so true. It's so true. Being the second person to tell in a case like this will probably be the most disappointing decision you ever made in your life. To be a person that's going to end up cooperating and telling anyway, but to miss $200,000 and miss the opportunity to negotiate for immunity, being the second person to tell, I mean, that's like being stuck as Scottie Pippen or some
Classic.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the championships with Michael, but you sure didn't get the paycheck. You sure ain't get the glory.
Classic.
Your Hall of Fame situation ain't the
I'm
same.
only gonna do this once.
Hey, being the second person to tell, motherfuckers better start racing the tail. You telling me this man admitted on the phone with Miss Wansley, who could testify to this, that he has relationships at the Coast Guard. Oh my. Boy, I'm talking about the more we go through this, let's go.
I said, okay. He's like, I'm gonna call Coast Guard, you call DMR. 360 says that
I got relationships at Coast Guard. I'll talk to them. You call DMR. I got relationships with Coast Guard. Let me talk to them. Now, mind you, by this time when they having this conversation, Warren and them then slid through Fort Bayou, made a U-turn in that bitch, slid back through Fort Bayou, then slid somewhere else, got picked up, took by land to the crib. He then went to his partner house, to the pool party, not the June 27th pool party, but the pool party that he admitted happened on the 4th of July. He then went to the friend crib for the pool party, went upstairs and allegedly had a conversation with her dad. All of these things occurred by the time he's having this interaction with Miss Christine. All of those things have taken place. So if something happened to Nolan on that boat, perhaps allegedly, if something happened to him on that boat and they had his body and they brought him back and stored him somewhere, tucked him somewhere, hid him somewhere momentarily or whatever the case may be, right? And then went to go get their plan straight. Had they given themselves time to do so? If that were the case, had they given themselves sufficient time to do so? I would say yes. I would say yes. He's not having this conversation with Miss Christine at 7 p.m. He's not having this conversation with her at 8 p.m. They arrived back at the residence of the boat, or the boat arrived by land back at the residence of the owner around 8 something. I don't remember the exact time, but it was 8 something. He admitted that he went over to a friend's crib that still had a pool party. He admitted not engaging in some of the festivities because he was upstairs having a powwow with said friend's father. Why is that? What were you powwowing about? And then when coming downstairs from said powwow with friend's father, Wyatt, just whose name and voice has been quiet as fuck. Wyatt has been very silent. Bart too. Bart's lawyer's been talking, but Bart ain't said shit. All right. But conveniently, when Warren comes downstairs from talking to the friend's father, Wyatt, in the words of Warren, he was saying, address Nolan. And I was just like, anybody heard from Nolan? How the fuck would they hear from Nolan? And y'all got Nolan's phone. That's a question. That's a real question that you asked your friends in the room who also know that y'all have his phone. Y'all asked if anybody heard from him. The fact that makes absolutely no sense at all, it's something that you're going to have to answer for. You will have to answer for that because it doesn't make any sense. I think, listen, by the way, Warren is allegedly losing weight and stressing out behind this thing, and going through so much. Warren, if I was you, I'd be the first one to tell, brother Warren, brother, and I'm calling you brother, not because we're brothers, because we aren't fucking brothers. But I'm saying brother to avoid saying other things, chat. If you're with me, chat, 333 in the chat. I'm just saying brother to avoid saying other things. You know what I'm saying? If I don't want to defame you. But Warren, if I was you, bro, the way it appears that you are stressing about this, the way it seems as though this is weighing on you so heavily, I would be the first one to squeal, man. You need to take the deal, brother. Take the deal, brother. You listen. Bro, I'm saying brother because I really want to say I would tell. If I was you, I would come forth with the information. Because listen, man, you already wasn't heavyweight. You're looking slender. I don't know if you lost any weight or if maybe it's Ozempic. I don't know. I'm speculation, Your Honor. Speculation. I don't know. Alleged, Your Honor. But Warren, if I was you, I would go on ahead and be the first squealer. You would hate to be number 2 squealing. Because if you had direct involvement, if something happened to Nolan, and if you had direct involvement in it, and you happen to be teller number 2, I don't know that they're gonna be so gracious with you, Warren. I don't know. Because listen, you have been talking probably the most. You've probably been talking the most. And if anybody's going to get the blame for this shit crumbling the way that it's crumbling, I would imagine they're going to be kind of hard on you. So if I was you, I'd be putting myself in a position for some qualified immunity or something, or some diplomatic immunity or something. And I would sit on that stand and I would point and I would name names if I was you, Warren. I don't think you want the ramifications or the fallout of if this is potentially going to turn into a criminal investigation. I can see it. I can see it in your mannerisms. I can see it in your anxiousness. We can see it in the way that your cheekbones apparently seem to be a bit more contoured than before. I think, listen, you've been talking already. Just talk to the authorities. Classic. Yeah, there's no reason for you to suffer like this if you didn't do anything and you know who did. For anybody involved with this that could potentially be an accomplice, an accessory, or actually, brought on some charges if this potentially goes in that direction, anybody who could be involved in this. If you didn't directly do anything, and this is for the sake of, keeping it tight-lipped for the name of Mississippi and for the name of Ocean Springs and all of that, or even if you're concerned about your own safety, they got about 200,000, maybe 250,000 at this point that'll get you set up somewhere to get started with a relocation. But fighting for your life in court and you didn't even touch him, that's gnarly shit. That's gnarly. I'm trying to communicate with them, so I'm using their colloquialisms, chat. That is gnarly. You don't want to go through that. That's gnarly shit. But if y'all catch this on the rewatch, let me know what y'all think about Christine recalling the night of July 4th and exactly how she was able to get the information in regards to the boys having the phone, and also in regards to getting the information as to where the phone was located. And obviously, we all are aware of how the phone was acquired, right? Javon's mother slid over there with a few people to aid in commandeering the mobile device. Classic. But jump in the comments on the rewatch and let me know what you think. Let's move. All right, y'all, let's get into the official update. Let's get into the official update in regards to Nolan Wells' phone. There seems to be a lack of clarity around who has the phone, the investigation with the phone, what the holdup is. And there's a lot of lack of clarity, right? So we're going to slide over to Hype Plus, who has been doing an extraordinary job with keeping up with pertinent information in regards to the Nolan Wells case. We're going to slide over to Hype Plus, and we're going to listen to a full-fledged update in regards to Nolan Wells' cell phone and what the exact holdup is on going through that device to get the information that we all so patiently have been waiting for. Let's go.
Reporting live from Hypers Club for Hype Plus News, I'm John Oliver. Breaking news coming out of Mississippi. It appears that the family of Nolan Wells and their representatives are showing growing concerns with how parts of the investigation of Wells' death is being handled by Mississippi DA Angel Myers McIlrath. In the last 72 hours, it appears that exchanges have been made by the DA and Wells' representatives on a follow-up regarding the investigation of Wells' phone, along with body parts not presented for Wells' independent autopsy. If you can recall, when this story first broke, Wells' mother, Christine Wansley, would reveal early concerns with Nolan's phone appearing to have messages deleted.
If it appears that the phone had been tampered with, listen to me, chat, before we move forward into the information. If it appears that the phone has been tampered with in the way of deleting things, if that is the appearance that we have, and if the same people you're asking us to surrender this device to in good faith have not operated in good faith with the autopsy, would you not utilize your leverage to make sure that they are forced to operate in good faith with the phone? It is not a lack of logic as to why they want to do a joint, simultaneous investigation of the phone, because Mississippi has not yet operated in good faith with the autopsy, whether it's transparency of the findings or whether it's producing Nolan's throat structures. They have yet to operate in good faith. They have been tight-lipped. They have kept things sealed and concealed. And so what Ben Crump is doing, like a high-paid attorney should do, is ensure that you won't conceal or seal the information and the details of what's in that phone or what was removed from that phone this time. Classic. We already have to scrape, scratch, and claw to try to acquire Nolan's throat structures. We will not have to put ourselves in a position to scrape, scratch, and claw for the details of the forensic investigation on the phone. Same time, man, same time, I don't know you, same time. There is no reason to exhibit trust because distrust has already been initiated. Let's move.
To not detecting any social media activity in his phone within 24 hours after he went missing, once it was recovered from Wells' friends. Because of this, Wells' family and their attorney, Benjamin Crump, would agree to do a joint investigation of the phone with the DA. Now, according to a new email sent out by another one of Wells' family representatives to McIlrath, they would end up calling out the latest move by the DA in an unreleased email they would receive that demanded they turn over the phone within a 48-hour period while they were not in Mississippi, which looks to go against what was originally agreed upon. In the email sent by they
sent the email asking for them to surrender the phone within a 48-hour period while they were completely out of town. That request also goes against the original agreed upon agreement on August 13th of 2026, which is that they would go through the phone in a joint forensic investigation. It is not Christine or Benjamin Crump, or it wasn't Benjamin Crump it wasn't Christine, it wasn't Elmore who have changed the arrangements of how this phone is to be investigated. It is here in writing that there was an agreement to do a group or a joint collaborative simultaneous investigation of the phone involving Mississippi, involving the independent investigators of Benjamin Crump, and potentially the Federal Bureau of Investigation. That was the original agreement as of August 13 of 2026. Now, somewhere along the lines, we get to a place where, or no, August, what does it say? Thank you for the correspondence date of August 12th as Mississippi Counsel for Nolan Wells family AR law serve as the primary joint contact return. We agree that the examination of Nolan's phone was discussed. Okay, July 15th, correction. July 15th is when the original agreement was made. August 13th is when this was discussed, that the original agreement is now being, the goalpost is being moved on the original agreement. So July 15th, correction, chat, follow me. July 15th, according to this letter, the meeting that our team undertook to follow up concerning that process. During that discussion, however, we agreed to a jointly coordinated forensic examination of the phone that would include the use of the digital forensics labs at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, as well as possible FBI involvement. Subsequent correspondence with your office reflected our continued willingness to proceed through a mutually agreeable procedure. Additionally, Mr. Hertz contacted you on July 25th while traveling abroad and indicated that he would reconnect upon his return. According to our prior correspondence. Listen to me. July 15th, they had a meeting. They had an agreed upon situation to go ahead and go through the phone collaboratively and simultaneously. Now here we are, and the goalpost is moving, and they would like for the phone to just simply be handed over. Well, since us content creators aren't covering any ground, since the independent investigation team is not applying real pressure, why are they trying to move the goalposts? Why now do you want the phone simply just handed over when before a mutual and simultaneous investigation was perfectly okay? Well, I'll give you guys the answer. A lot of shit then came out since July 15th, and the circumstances have changed, and they are reeling, right? That's what the problem is. A whole bunch of shit then came out. The circumstances have changed. The pressure, the perception, and the evidence has all gotten worse in regards to the boys not being involved with how Nolan Xavier Wells ended up deceased. And so because this looks different, feels different, and is different from July 15th till now, we'd rather look at that phone by ourselves, says Mississippi. And all Benjamin Crump is saying is that shit dead. Classic. That shit dead. Looking at the phone by yourself, me handing the phone over to you and trusting that you're going to do the right thing, that shit dead. Over dead. But we're still here to go through it together. And I'm talking about we're overly willing to do so, as per the original agreement. Let's continue.
When attorney Ahmad R. Smith, it will go on to read, Dear District Attorney McKeel Rath, thank you for your correspondence dated August 12, 2026. As Mississippi Counsel for the Nolan Wells family, A.R. Smith Law will serve as the primary point of contact for the legal team so communications with your office can be coordinated efficiently. We agree the examination of Nolan's phone was discussed during the July 15th meeting that our team undertook to follow up concerning that process. During that discussion, however, we agreed to a jointly coordinated forensic examination of the phone that would include the use of the digital forensic lab at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, as well as FBI involvement. Subsequent correspondence with your office reflected our continued willingness to proceed through a mutually agreeable procedure. Additionally, Mr. Hertz contacted you on July 25th while traveling abroad and indicated that he would reconnect upon his return.
We got another one. You are speaking a lot of speculation, not one piece of evidence. Give me a piece of evidence that proves that Nolan accidentally drowned. Give me a piece of evidence that proves Nolan Wells' cause of death. Give me a definitive piece of evidence that proves Nolan Wells' cause of death. Because if we don't have proof of anybody being guilty, we damn sure don't have proof of anybody being innocent. So, disrespectfully, and for the elders that watch my channel who don't like the cussing, go ahead and cover your ears real quick, because Classic gonna let one fly. That's your 3-second warning. 3, 2, 1. Shut your bitch ass up. Let's continue. That felt good. Ooh, that felt good. Come on.
Accordingly, our prior correspondence with your office should not be understood to suggest that our legal team had been unwilling to facilitate a forensic examination of the phone. To date, Nolan's parents remain willing to facilitate an appropriate forensics examination of Nolan's phone, including FBI involvement, according to our agreement on July 15th. However, your letter sent to Eric Hertz on August 12th at 12:51 p.m. set a deadline for the Wansleys to deliver the phone to your office by August 14th at 9 a.m. This is not practicable for a number of reasons. First, the date and time you proposed provided less than 48 hours notice. Moreover, the Wansleys were outside Mississippi when your letter was sent and are not scheduled to return until after the deadline you unilaterally imposed. Second, the parties never agreed to simply deliver the phone to your office. Instead, the agreement was that we would set a mutually agreeable date and time for the phone to be examined together by your office's forensic professionals, our forensic professionals, and possibly the FBI as well. Third, the parties have not yet agreed upon a forensic protocol addressing, at a minimum, the scope and method of the examination, chain of custody, preservation of the forensic extraction, access to resulting forensic data, treatment of information outside the agreed scope, retention of the extraction, and return of the device. We are prepared to promptly address those logistics so that the examination can proceed while preserving the integrity of the evidence and the interests of all concerned.
While preserving the integrity of the evidence. We are trying to preserve the integrity of the evidence, much like we want to take a look at Nolan's throat structures. Run them throat structures. Classic. Run them lungs, run that stomach. We are trying not to compromise the integrity of the evidence. Run them throat structures, run everything we need about the lungs and everything we need about the stomach. Whatever you got back from toxicology, run that shit.
Please send us your proposed protocol as soon as possible. As soon as the protocol is agreed on, we will be able to schedule the forensic examination of phone immediately. With respect to the independent investigation, the legal team has reviewed the tips received and has followed up with the persons whose information appeared relevant. At present, that process has not identified additional witnesses whom the legal team reasonably believes possesses information germane to potential criminal activity that warrants referral to your office. We continue to follow up and vet these potential witnesses. At present, the family is not requesting that any additional document, recording, photograph, digital media, report, or other material in the legal team's possession be submitted to the grand jury. This response should not be understood.
Hey, moderators, anybody saying anything that's disrespectful towards Nolan, the case, his family, or me, life sentence.
As representation concerning privilege, confidentiality, attorney work product, expert, or other protected.
You could disagree, but don't disrespect
the materials, nor as undertaking a continuing production obligation beyond what the law requires. Regarding Dr. Mitchell, we appreciate that you will make available Nolan's body parts that were not previously sent to Dr. Mitchell, as reflected in—
Make available Nolan's body parts that were not previously sent to Dr. Mitchell. Run the throat structure. Classic. You want niggas to run the phone, but you won't run them throat structures, though. Man, listen, hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Mississippi DA, y'all got us fucked up. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Your July 29th correspondence, your office previously stated that Dr. Mitchell would have an opportunity to examine Nolan's complete body in advance of any grand jury testimony. At this time, Dr. Mitchell's requests that you provide 3 available dates in which he can examine the body parts that he was not able to access. We are prepared to move that process forward.
We are asking that you provide 3 available dates where he can come and access the body parts that were not given. Body parts, that is plural, meaning more than one. It's not just the throat structures, but the body parts that we were not able to access to officially complete the autopsy. We ask that you give us 3 available dates so that we can choose one of those to get Dr. Mitchell on site to examine those body parts. We need them throat structures. Run that shit.
Promptly through counsel. Thank you for following up with us regarding the threats and intimidation against Nolan's family. We have collected information from the family and will be sending that information to your office in the near future. The family and legal team remain committed to a careful and complete investigation of the circumstances surrounding Nolan's death. We believe the most productive path forward is focused, documented cooperation on matters that will materially advance that investigation, while preserving the integrity of the evidence and the legal rights and obligations of everyone involved. Now, as mentioned, this is the latest correspondence sent by Wells' family and is in connection with a previous email sent by them pushing back on any accusations that they were withholding to submit Nolan's phone for examination. On August 10th, conservative investigative journalist Sarah Fields would drop a story on Wells' family not handing over the phone in question. Fields' report will go on to say, according to a credible source with a close proximity to...
We don't need to know what Fields said. We don't need to know what Fields said. Talking about a court, we just gonna be thorough. I don't care what this broad said, but we gonna be thorough.
And knowledge of the investigation, more than 30 days after the death of Nolan Wells, his mother, Christine Wells Wansley, has allegedly not surrendered Nolan's cell phone to authorities. This is the same cell phone that became a major point of speculation almost immediately after Nolan's disappearance and death. Christine herself made Nolan's cell phone a significant part of the public suspicion. Initially, Christine said Nolan's phone was not with him on Horn Island. According to her own account, the family tracked the phone using Life 360, determined that it was back on the mainland, and had a family friend retrieve it from a friend's house. Christine then publicly discussed what she and her sister found, or more importantly, what they didn't find, when they went through Nolan's phone. She said they checked both of his Snapchat accounts and found no photos or videos from that day, because less than 24 hours had passed and Nolan was someone who normally took photos and videos while out with friends. Christine suggested that content must have been deleted. Those statements helped fuel multiple conspiracy theories and unverified rumors surrounding Nolan's phone and what may or may not have been removed from it.
I know you ain't talking about unverified rumors. According to y'all, shit, everything unverified. I know Nolan's cause of death is unverified like a motherfucker, ain't it? So run them throat structures. And this slanted ass article by this lady making it seem like she's not turning over the phone when there was clearly an agreement made that is now being, annulled or goddamn amended in some way. Yeah. So don't leave that part out your article. And that's the thing about journalism, right? Like people like that. See, I'm just a content creator, right? We're talking about it. We're having a public discussion. I'm offering my perspective. I'm offering some opinions, maybe even some speculation, but everything's alleged over here, all satire, all content creation purposes. When you look at this video, it's listed under entertainment, people. I'm not a journalist. This lady printing shit out and steering and curbing the narrative. Those are the people who need lawsuits. Those people need lawsuits, not us.
Now, as noted in Smith's email and mentioned by Crump during a press conference last month, they never agreed simply to hand over the phone, but instead agreed to look at the phone together on an agreed date.
We also agreed that we will have a mutual inspection of the cell phone with our experts and their experts. Attorney Eric Hertz is helping lead the investigation team with former law enforcement experts who are going to help us with the cell phone download. So everybody will be able to see at the same time.
For those who have been following,
at the same time, everybody will be able to see at the same time. He said, we agreed. He is speaking about the meeting that he had with the DA. We agreed that this is how we would handle it so that everybody could see it at the same time. They agreed. Now, all of a sudden is why they won't get a phone up. See, articles lie when you don't know why. Yeah, but over here, we're thorough. We're thorough. We remember the agreement. We remember exactly what Benjamin Crump said out of his mouth about the agreement, about the meeting. We remember. It's also in writing, right? So these are the things that we remember. So Christina's not involuntarily not giving up or not surrendering the phone. For those of you who have come to this video for clarity, Christina's not involuntarily not surrendering the phone, not holding on to the phone. She is trying to stick to the agreement that was made. And that is for us to see it together.
Following the day-by-day updates, Wells' family has not been shy to express their lack of complete trust in Mississippi officials involved in the case, hence why they are requesting to investigate Wells' phone together with everyone present. As you should know, current information gathered in the connection to the investigation by local law enforcement and Mississippi officials has been kept secret, including Wells' first autopsy results, which may give reason as to why the DA could be attempting to examine Wells' phone independently. But this appears to now have only added concerns to Wells' family and those following the case. As of this report, it has been 43 days since Wells' mysterious disappearance on July 4th, in which his body would be found 2 days later washed ashore on Horn Island in Mississippi. Let's talk about it more in the comments below. Do you think Wells' family should submit his phone to help move?
Hell no. Hell no. Shout out to Hype Plus. I do not think Wells' family should submit his phone over to them. I think they should stick to the fucking agreement that they made. You made an agreement. Let's stick to the agreement. Let's look at this phone together. That's it. That's it. That's what I think. If y'all catch this on the rewatch, let me know where y'all at with it in regards to Nolan's phone. This is information for you guys in regards to the actual facts and the legalities surrounding Nolan's phone and the agreement that was made with the DA and the fact that it was spoken about directly from the mouth of Attorney Benjamin Crump. This is, again, real information, not just perspective, not speculation, information. The phone was never supposed to just simply be surrendered to Mississippi. That was never agreed upon. That was never a part of the plan, and it still will not be going forward. You will stick with the agreement that you made, and we will go through this phone simultaneously, and you will come up off of them throat structures. Because if you cannot prove their innocence, and we cannot prove their guilt, when it comes to a dead body, there is no statute of limitations. There will be no peace. And let me specify, I do not mean public unrest. I do not mean destructive or destructive demonstrations. That's not what I mean by no peace. I mean no peace of mind for the parties who may allegedly be involved, no peace of mind, peace of spirit, peace of soul for the people who may have had something to do with Nolan Wells' death. Because if you had something to do with it, and it could be proven 15 years later that you did something, you will still have to go to jail. There will be no peace. So if you can't prove how he died, but we can't prove that somebody did something to him, it's not a stalemate. It's called an ongoing investigation. Classic. We will be on your ass for years behind this shit. And that's how it go. Niggas still investigating Tupac right now. Right now.
Gonna do this once.
So run the throat structures. And if ain't nobody did nothing wrong, then the evidence should prove that did nobody do anything wrong. But as of right now, from Mississippi, the fact is there is no definitive cause of death declared by the state of Mississippi or by the county of Ocean Springs. There is no definitive cause of death for Nolan Xavier Wells to this day. So that currently means Warren, Dammit Bart, Jax, what was the other boy name? Mason, Wyatt, the two miscellaneous women who was covered up by white butt cheeks in the image, any other women that was on the boat with Bart, the Coast Guard that happens to have a relationship with Warren, the judge lady who put out the statement. Let's keep going. Sheriff Ledworth, all of these people, if it comes out that something, if you cannot prove his cause of death, we will find out what it was. And when we find out what it was, and it looks like a cover-up, any and every party associated with said cover-up will have to go into the court of law and fight for their freedom. That's how that works. That's how that works. I don't know what level or type of dumbass you think you're dealing with when y'all came up with y'all cover-up story, but the shit ain't gonna fly. And guess who still don't have a lawyer to this day? Guess who still don't have a lawyer to this day? Katie. Katie ain't got a lawyer to this day. Katie still ain't got no lawyer. Fuck, I need a lawyer for. I'm not spending no lawyer money. I ain't do shit. But all these innocent ass boys who Nolan rode with or was in a posse with or a platoon of 20 to 30 with, stretched across however fucking many boats it was, for real. If it comes out to be foul play, any and all of you guys will be on the suspect list. Katie hasn't grabbed a lawyer because Katie didn't do shit. Who's paying tens of thousands for a retainer and they didn't do shit wrong? What do you guys want to know? Miss Christine, would you like to sit down? Let's talk. Here's what happened. Police officers, what do you want to know? Here's what happened. I've done nothing. I have no reason to get a lawyer. I can speak for myself. I've done nothing. My hands are clean. Katie still ain't got no motherfucking lawyer. But the innocent ass boys got a team of attorneys.
You playing in our face like we stupid. That's what this is.
Let me know what you think on the rewatch. Let's move. Hey, listen, chat, I appreciate y'all to the utmost. I appreciate y'all to the utmost. You know what it is. Them my 3 segments for the day. You know it's more to cover. I got to cover part 3 of The Boys, sitting down with Officer Tatum, but we're going to say that for another day. I got other live streams I got to do and bring to y'all. Clarissa Shields is fighting today. I may cover that on Classic Code Sports. If you haven't already tapped in on Classic Code Sports and heard any of my live fight commentary, I suggest that you do so if you are a fan of pugilism and boxing. So yeah, go to Classic Code Sports and tap in for that. I may call her fight, but it's not a guarantee. I have another live stream I have to do for my members. Code Talk with Classic. That is something that I have to do for my members. What up, members? The live stream will be live to everybody. As soon as the live is over, it will go to members only. So you catch it live, or you be a member, or you are not a part of the conversation, and that is perfectly fine. But I do plan to make my memberships worth it, and that's what it is. So shout out to all the members that are in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Ye said members. Yes, Lord. Shout out to all the members that's in the chat. So look for that live stream guaranteed. And perhaps I may call the Clarissa Shields fight. All right, let's get into some music. All the hate watchers, y'all can go and get the fuck on. We finna play some music for everybody that's trying to catch that vibe. It's that Classic Codes music. You know how we coming. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right to it.
I ain't really trying to do no hooks or none of that. I just want to get on that water, float one time.
Chicago, nigga.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Classic.
Panoramic roof for a decade straight. Mama mentality just back in the day. I was in college hooping in crazy 8. 0-6, beat class gon' spray. I had a switch on the blick and it sound like a switch every time I let go of the gate. You go with the flick of the wrist. You ask for the time and I show you my wage. 3-3-3, I'm the captain of the team. Take it to the bank, you can follow my lead. I got the codes, I got the keys. Win, lose, or draw, you can put it on me. Full blown chef return from a black sheep. Everybody take heed every time that I speak. Plays up the line, I'ma make a good read. Cut from that creed, follow the seeds. I die on my sword before the day ever come where I cower and plead. I cry to the Lord before I call a human being for a sigh of relief. I've been working and stacking and learning and growing, ain't really got time to compete. Man, I couldn't even walk just a couple months back. I'm just happy to be back on my feet. Man, they called me to see if I won't do a theater. I told them my dog gotta eat. After all, I just got back from Greece, dancing on cliffs at the side of the sea. Living the present, I'm happy to be. Thanksgiving every time that I eat. Amen. Winning every time I breathe. Might as well work cause I can't even sleep. Might as well work till the game been beat. Discovered or not, still moving elite. Discovered or not, still moving prestigious. Treating myself how I wanna be treated. Had to step away so they know that they need me. Preserving the dope, had to put it in the freezer. Return to the surface, they think I'm a sleeper. Whole time I'm a favorite, I know the procedure. Plot get thicker and thicker. The farther we go in, the waters get deeper and deeper. The harder your times, the farther the distance. These people will leave it to beaver. Nobody wanna be a cover corner, everybody wanna be a receiver. Think we got problems with choosing our leaders, that's why we got problems with moving the needle. I don't speak truth to the powers already know the truth. I'm speaking truth to the people. Sebastian Tate was already hard enough. Let's shoot him a sequel, leave no doubt. Let them know that I'm regal. God ain't make us equal. Walking to work, woman looked me in my face, told me I look like Jesus. I think she see my anointing, I think she know I'm appointed. I think she see that I'm glowing, or if I'm 100-pointer. Be moving around in these regular spots, these people be knowing I ain't normal. Be modest for real, if I wanted to, shooting percentage be looking like Jordan. Gotta keep the main thing, man on a mission, I know what's important. They told me don't stop, I was already knowing. They told me don't quit, that just show they ain't know me. Long as it's breath in my lungs, I got a habit of going and going and going. Whether I shot it or not, you gotta know that it's on me and know that it's loaded. Wait.
The Chicago,
Used to be green, I'm cold.
Ooh, wait, let's go.
Are you making another beat, Daddy?
What up, nephew?
And Genius is my dad.
Hey, Lele. Classic. Bass. Hard times ain't nothing at all. Really come from a struggle. Move around Michael Buffer. Always ready to rumble. All that mean is off the muscle. Y'all can't match my hustle. Screen bucket, that's a cuzzo. Bigger key to no muzzle. Lately I'm feeling exhausted. Think I'm tired of being humble. Coach all on the duffel. Chip on my shoulder, you don't wanna ruffle. Where I come from, everybody is cutthroat. Could've been dead, I'm just doing what I'm up for. My old homie jumped off the roof. I tried to shepherd, he was nuts so. Life, win or you lose, you gotta pick it or choose. Inspired, chose to win. Now I went first on a cruise. The shortest path always straight. Why you all in your own way? You scream YOLO to be goofy instead of using that to be great. You black, you should be proud. When I die, spend my money with the apes. It's gonna be a ton. I'm running up the rate. My name on your tongue. I'm coming up the ranks. Consistency so persistently is the recipe. I cannot lose. My options in life is win, succeed, or win. How can I choose? I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. So damn it, I think I'ma do. Survived a lot, I could've died a lot, but I'm here, got nothing to prove. Woke up, inspired. Woke up, inspired. Woke up, inspired. Woke up, woke up. Woke up, inspired. Treadwheel, low pro tire. Grind like my needs are dire. I grind like my straights are dire. Woke up, woke up, woke up. Woke up. When I start getting awards, know that I deserve it. I ain't getting choked up. Confidence come from preparation. Fundamentals that'll separate us. I document it just so it makes sense when y'all clowns see me elevated. You the type to take the elevator. I take the stairs by the escalator. You proclaim that you work hard. I show and prove that I'm dedicated. Y'all got failure traits. Ain't did nothing trying to celebrate. Why? You procrastinate. I bet tomorrow's your favorite day. In a minute is your favorite time. Just a second is your favorite line. One moment, please. You got a million ideas. All of them on your mind. Ain't nothing getting done. You having fun, no fun. Loaded clip, no gun. You can't fight, you gotta run. Feel convicted, catch the punch. Heart beating, hit the drum. Sometimes you gotta show up. Instead of screaming, here I come. You would spend your last trying to flex. While you squatting, I'ma lunge. I can't fake it till I make it. I'ma make it then stunt. Woke up, inspired. Woke up, inspired. Woke up, inspired. Woke up, inspired. Woke up feeling inspired. Treadwheel, low pro tire. Grind like my needs are dire. I grind like my straights are dire. Woke up, 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 woke up. Woke up feeling inspired. Treadwheel, low pro tire. Grind like my needs are dire. I grind like my straights are dire. Feeling inspired. Feeling inspired. I'm only gonna do this once. Woke up, woke up, woke up. Classic.
Are you making another beat, Daddy? And Genius is my dad.
Hold on. Let me turn me up in the headphones. I wanna hear me loud. I wanna hear me.
The Chicago nigga.
Can't win with a goofy. When you winning, you losing. Talk about you like a dog, as if you needed their approval. Goofy, clown, goofy, clown, goofy, stupid. I keep working, keep it moving. Can't win with a goofy. When you winning, you losing. Talk about you like a dog, as if you needed their approval. Goofy, clown, goofy, clown, goofy, stupid. I keep working, keep it moving. I cannot hear you, hater, hold on, the love too loud. Now what you was saying? Never mind, I ain't turning it down. Say I'm outlandish, I ain't toning it down. I'm running it up, they say it's no love. I cannot tell in front of this crowd. I can't hear your doubts, they screaming too loud. I guess my vibe got them screaming me now. I guess my wave got them screaming me now. Your mistake was thinking I care what you think. My mama and daddy is proud. Classic! Your hating making me lose count. You got loose lips, I got loose cash. Bill money in a cool stash. No energy, feel goof fast. Life moving way too fast. Walk the halls, passport, that's the blue pass. Introduce you to the new class, letting nothing slide on my uncle casket. Been humble way too long, I'ma say what I want and die old age when I touch a casket. Can't win with a goofy. When you winning, you losing. Talk about you like a dog, as if you needed their approval. Goofy, clown, goofy, clown, goofy, stupid. Keep working, keep it moving. Can't win with a goofy. When you winning, you losing. Talk about you like a dog, as if you needed their approval. Goofy, clown, goofy, clown, goofy, stupid. Keep working, keep it moving. Talk about you when you broke. Shame you get rich. Live your life in the middle. They'll tell you what you ain't did. I ain't even asked for no head, so why is you all on my dick? Classic! You wake up frustrated. I wake up inside of her ribs. I talk about life, the way that I live. If I ain't got it, I speak like it is. Until it is, that's what it is. If you don't get it, it is what it is. Put negative out, that's what you get back. No Eddie Murphy, that's the boomerang effect. It's universal, I'm showing respect. Ain't trying to block what I manifest. Every day I thank God that I'm blessed. Every day I try to shake off the stress. Every day I thank God for this ride. Every day I thank God for a neck. Try to try me, still stand in your chest. Lost ones is a blow to the chest. Hard times always always make me better. Some people say it made me the best. Ain't up for debate. Wanna debate? Goofy, you could go debate with yourself. Wanna play with my energy? Play with yourself. You don't hate on these people, you hating yourself. Seeing a young dude get hot, it's burning you up, it's making you melt. Next time you go to say your prayers, leave us out of it and pray for yourself. You don't see yourself getting there, that's why you hate to see me sitting there. I already told you that I didn't care. Go F yourself, listen there. Can't win with a goofy. When you winning, you losing. Talk about you like a dog, as if you needed their approval. I'm goofy, clown, goofy, clown, goofy, stupid. Keep working, keep it moving. Can't win with a goofy. When you winning, you losing. Talk about you like a dog, as if you needed their approval. Goofy, clown, goofy, clown, goofy, stupid. Keep working, keep it moving. The whole world ain't never gonna agree with your decision making, and it ain't for them to agree with. They'll beat you down for being down, and they'll beat you up for being up. People never satisfied. You gotta live for yourself. Don't pay these goofies no attention.
Let's go. Let's go. I know what y'all want. I know what y'all want. They want the whole
Why you
song.
ain't say nothing?
They want the whole song.
I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Classic. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Got it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't have farted. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, Zoom call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gonna be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes, letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Whoa, scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before I ever was balling. Started with hope before ever rewarded. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing, man? Seen them hard times couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Man, they lay in the cut, stay in the cut. Watch you blow up and won't show you no love. People I got the most hate from in life at one point or another. I thought we was bruh. One point or another, I thought it was love. One point or another, greet them with a hug. Now if I see them, greeting them with gloves. 16s, ain't no need to warm up. I got respect for myself, you gon' have respect for me or respect for that belt. Suggest you leave me alone. If you start up with me, I'ma take you through hell. Don't want no smoke, but if you want some smoke and you bring me some smoke, I'ma take an inhale. Don't do no running, I'm done with the talking. Let's get in deep waters, I'm taking them 12. Why you ain't say nothing? Oh, now you wanna say something. Why you ain't say nothing? Now
Hey,
you
I'm in
wanna
that
say
mode.
something. Classic!
Hey, I'm in that mode. Let's get that bad energy up off of us. This is my mantra. Bad energy. Keep it far, far away from me.
Yeah. Classic! I'm only gonna do this once. Bad energy. Keep it far, far away from me. Don't do no tossing and turning. I go to grind when I can't sleep. Accepting the crumbs no more. Remember the times when I couldn't eat. Heart racing, remember the times when I couldn't breathe. Been a minute, know they want me to talk. Took a minute, had to learn how to walk. Grease trip, I was walking it off. Met Mediterranean, swimming in salt. 3 yachts, cause I opened the vault. Meatloaf, put the island on pause. Mountaintop, fireworks going off. Yes, abundantly blessed. Still working like I'm under duress. Still can talk like I sit at that desk. I overwhelmed, you under impressed. If I gotta slide, I'm making a mess. That's why I pray for respect. I'd rather be labeled a threat than somebody you can play to the left. On a mission to win, I had a couple of friends that I had to lose. Some of the lines are thin, they come to picking a side, you gotta choose. Breaking your stride, I busting a move. Slander they.
Hold on, I know we in the middle of a vibe, but I got something special for y'all. Hold on.
We gonna get into.
Hold on, I got something special for y'all. Just so y'all know, my Music Plus membership will have things like this on it. My Music Plus membership will have things like this on it. I will be releasing this in segments, as well as a full performance, like behind the scenes docu type vibe. But I just want y'all to see some of like what'll be under the members only section. This one of y'all favorites right here. This from the live show in Chicago, when we did the Raw Society Coalition tour date in Chicago for the live podcast and concert. This one of y'all favorites right here. I'm gonna just let y'all see a little snippet of it. I'm not gonna play the whole song, but I'm gonna let y'all see a little snippet. Let's get it.
For the longest back there at the bar, she been rocking with me 10 years strong. So man, this one for Sebastian G. Or farming, ho, I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paved the way. I get treated like a Millie Tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. Envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you can take to the bank.
Classic. All right now. I'm only gonna do this once.
Are you making another beat, Daddy?
Yeah, or farming, ho, I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paved the way. I get treated like a Millie Tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. Envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you can take to the bank. That's a parlay you can take to the bank. Know some people I love put some smut on my name. I'ma still love them the same. I'ma love them from outside of the frame. I'ma love them from outside of the pain. That type of hate don't belong on my painting. That type of hate don't belong in proximity. Lord knows I love to match energy. Won't smoke, I know the back chimney. No hope with me once you an enemy. Well trained, I break you down clinically. BTA is my ministry. Laying that belt, laying that leather. It ain't no picks, it's with whoever. Ain't gotta like us, but you gon' respect us. Before I be soft, I'd rather be deadly. Let's get it. Since I lost Sebastian, my heart has been heavy. Hard in my heart, now it's hard to be friendly. PTSD in my arms, he was heavy. Felt his heart stop, oh my God, I was ready. Couldn't even walk, his last walk was with Granny. Heard he was sick and they said it was bad. I damn near collapsed, when my legs felt like jelly. Man down, I lost my family. Therapy dog, who gon' help with my sanity?
Classic.
Think about vanity now. Been in the gym, I'm trying to balance it out. Managing rage, out of line so people jump off the page. Bad time if you really won't play. Bad time for you to play with my name. It's Candyman if you saying my name. Step in the room, they paved the way. I get treated like a Millie Tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. Envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you can take. I'm having that aura. I got that glow. They hate it worse when they know that you know. Walk in the room like I'm covered in gold. I used to suppress it, was about to implode. Used to suppress it, was about to explode. Throw a thumb in the room everywhere that I go. Like sheep for the fam, used to think something was wrong. Took a little time to realize I was shown. Took a little time to realize I was special. Ever since birth, been a cold under pressure. Wanna be great, gotta do a little extra. That's why I grind with obsession. Everything about me irregular. Everything about me is pressure. Maximum effort. No box left unchecked on the checklist. No stop left unturned. Mass on the gas and etc. Or farming, ho, I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paved the way. I get treated like a Millie Tank. Southpaw like a really tank. I do things that they really can't. Envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. And that's a parlay you can take to the bank.
Members, it's coming. It's coming to all the members. It's coming. Everybody who under the Music Plus membership, I know that bitch a little high. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to, you feel me? But for those who want access, you can turn it on, turn it off. But I got some shit coming for sure. I've got something for you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, we've been working hard, working diligently, and trying to make sure we keep up with the Nolan Wells case in the most responsible way possible. We want to keep the main thing the main thing. And the main thing right now is let's get a date and time to collaborate on going through that cell phone. Let's go ahead and produce those throat structures, lungs and stomach contents, toxicology, all of the things needed for the independent autopsy to be as complete as Mississippi claims their autopsy is as well. Let's keep those main things the main thing. As far as the boys squirming and squealing and threatening people, we ain't worried much about none of that shit, what they talking about in the first place whole time. So yeah, man, if y'all are here, y'all know my final message. Make sure you like and subscribe before you go. Make sure you share my channel to somebody who you feel may want to tap in and know about us, right? Let them have an opportunity to form an opinion. But if you don't do nothing else, for me, make sure you stick to the codes. We got another classic. Yeah.
Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Put that on my soul. Oh no. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Got it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't afford it. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, Zoom call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gonna be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes, letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Whoa. Scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before I ever was balling. Started with hope before ever reward. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing?